I'm not wearing pants. I'm only wearing the rainbow tutu.
That's more information than we needed, Steve.
You want us to do a pirouette? I can do a pirouette for you, big boy.
Again, more information.
Just put the mask on and don't make eye contact, I swear.
Nah.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy, 24/7 here with Fat Steven Seagal and
Vigilante Win on the third episode of the Primetime Kings.
There you go.
Well, not yet. The state hasn't done that yet. They're working on it.
Oh yeah,
that's outside the scope of this conversation. We got stuff to talk about. We got a lot of stuff to talk about.
Oh yeah, Chinian would be a good one to start off with since you guys both seem passionate about it.
Yeah, real quick, T-shirt historian. We've been doing this for weeks. This is the third week. We do this every week on
Mondays,
24/7 channel on Mondays.
I literally just finished like 3 minutes ago the Babylon 5 show. Like literally we went about
Yeah, we just happy to be here. Should like to say what's up to my boy Robert Coldera. How's it going, my brother? T-shirt historian. Hey man, hopefully you're doing better, man. You know, he wasn't feeling well a couple weeks ago, but he said it was something that was passing through, so hopefully he's doing good. My boy Killy Chow, roll tight, my man. Lady Miss, how you doing? Great to have you here. Pat S, my man. Boy, Pat S, boy, he's something else, man. Thank you for being here, bro. Let's see who else we got in the house. That's it. And for everybody that'll be watching, you know, in a replay, thank you for stopping on by. You know, thank you for everybody being here. And actually, right before we started, we were talking about what was going on in comic books. You know, I'm not sure if anybody heard, but James Tynion IV, he decided to cut his ties with the big time publishers. You know, DC, Marvel, and other studios, because now he has his own deal that he's about to start doing. And that was what me and Vigilante and Steve was.
It's not just him neither. This company, what do they call it? Sub? Ah man, I had it earlier. I'm sorry. But this it's not an upstart company. They've been around about 4 or 5 years.
Right.
And they do like publishing. They're like an alternative to publishing in general, not just comic books, but they do newsletters, sports stuff, all sorts of stuff. I think it's called Subtrack or Substack or something like that. Sorry about that. Yeah, Substack.
Substack, yeah.
And it's not just James Tynion. They got Nick Spencer from Amazing Spider-Man. So they literally poached off the two biggest. And granted, you know, a lot, you know, these writers are big because they're writing Batman and Spider-Man respectively, but those still are the two biggest writers of a monthly comic book. And they poached them off. And once you know, I kind of like, we've talked on other streams and in general, like this was coming just because they don't pay these guys.
Right.
They don't pay these guys, and the rates are apparently getting worse. They're apparently cutting back. So the people who can make money are going to figure out their own thing. They're not going to sit around and stick around and, oh man, I get to write Batman, but not make all the money. And then all these characters I've been coming up with, once they get in the movie, maybe I'll get a little bit of something. Right. Maybe, which apparently they want to cut that out. Because only DC does that, and they don't really pay you what you earn, and they'll figure a way to jank around it because they don't pay people for Harley Quinn because she was a cartoon character first, so that's why they don't pay them. So they'll figure a way to jank around it. So this is what happens. This is the end result.
Speaking of Harley Quinn, sorry, I didn't mean to bump.
No. Go ahead, Steve.
But speaking of Harley Quinn, did either of y'all get to watch Suicide Flop?
I did.
I did too.
Now the question I got to ask is, half of it was okay, and the other half was what the fuck. While the whole throughout was pretty much felt like different parts of a Much Music video like hour, right?
Well, the whole movie to me was what the fuck, but I still enjoyed it because if you like James Gunn, it's the James Gunniest that James Gunn gets, man. It is so like his his style, and that's a whole nother tangent about Suicide Squad. We can get into that a little bit later, honestly, because I think
Yeah. We can we definitely need to do that, man. You know, throw around our thoughts on that. Yeah, actually, you know, I was just thinking about, you know, this James Tinian, the fourth situation. The thing is, man, you know, he's like I have autographed comics of his, you know, sitting here next to me, you know, and I got, you know, I got his books. I don't even fucking collect Batman, but I got, you know, some of his stories. And I was telling my big brother that I was like, yo, man, I got some James Tinian's you know, stories, even though I don't even fuck with Batman like that, you know. And he was like, he thought it was funny because I really don't collect Batman, but he's good. And I guess that's my point, is he's good, and he's won a bunch of awards. I mean, his you know, what he can deliver has been, you know, it's like he's not a one-hit wonder. Like he constantly comes with it. But you know what it is when you look at dudes like him, and then you turn around and you look at Ethan Van Sciver, you start thinking, come on, man, this dude is actually a great writer. What could he do if he went solo, started doing crowdfunding, or if not that, just was, you know, getting with a company that can publish his shit, but he owns 100% of the rights to everything. The only thing this company's doing is just putting his shit out. Other than that, he owns everything. Yeah. So it's like when it gets to that point, exactly. And I mean, when it gets to that point, it's like you know, you got to think like, man. I mean, you know, and that's what a lot of the creators they would like. You know, they would love to have that. You know, like Graham Nolan. You know, like the people that created Bane and all these other characters that we enjoy. Yeah. You know, they get a little something, but it ain't shit, you know. But you know, this creation made DC a lot of money, whether it was comic books or adding him as an extra in cartoons or in movies or whatever else. But do Chuck Dixon and Graham Nolan really get what they deserve for the credit of what Bane means and what he's been? They say in Lego movies, they throw Bane in Lego movies that no superheroes, not like it'll be a Star Wars movie and they'll fucking Bane will show up somewhere.
I didn't know that. Yeah, they own the Lego license, Warner.
Yeah, you know, but the thing is they're putting him in shit that he has no business being in, man. Like other people's shit, but just because it's Lego, they love him. They love the character of Bane so much they just throwing him in just random shit that he has nothing to do with. And it's like, damn. So you know, so the thing is it's like, you know, but again, you know, this comes from Graham Nolan and Chuck Dixon. Are they really getting what they deserve? And you know, when you start looking at what the possibilities, not to say you're gonna make $1 million like Ethan, but man, shit, just know you can get some piece of the pie. Come on, bro. The thing is, the pie's big enough for everybody to eat on, man. But the thing is to know that you're, you know, that your worth is something to where if you just put it out there on the market like that for yourself, you'll definitely get, you know, what you know, you know, you'll get back what, you know, what you'll get out of it, what you put into it, man. And the proof is in the pudding with that man. So that's.
I'd like to quickly say something. If I had that pie, none of y'all getting fucking sliced.
You sound like DC and Marvel at this point, because that's how they cause this issue. Like I said, it's not just James Tinian, and I don't even think it's just James Tinian and Nick Spencer. I think there's a few people who are going with this company. Sorry about that. Substack is no, the company's called Substack. It's a brand. It's a publishing company that does like other style publishing, and they're getting into comics. And so they'll make their money off of just like traffic. That's how they plan on making their money. Right. So they're okay with giving them the platform to do whatever they want. So, yeah, I mean, he does have deals with Boom. And I already forgot the damn title of that comic that we were talking about before the show. Something's Killing the Children. Yeah. So he has that I think that's through Boom, and that apparently has gotten optioned in Hollywood. So like, there's already that. Right. This is what happens when you know that Winter Soldier thing, where even Ta-Nehisi Coates had to come out and talk about how oh my god, I have stream brain. I cannot think of the guy who wrote Winter Soldier.
Damn.
No, we both can't have stream brain. Damn it! I know you know this because we talked about this. We talked about this with a couple.
We hear that Steven are not going to say shit.
I'm tripping, man. Matter of fact, it's Ed Brubaker, man.
Ed Brubaker, thank goodness.
There you go, man.
But yeah, they were talking about how they had this big streaming service show and that big ass movie, and so like this massive movie in the Winter Soldier. He was a huge part of Civil War. Granted, Bucky was a created character, but the concept of the Winter Soldier was not. Exactly. And Ed Brubaker made it. He'll never get a dime. He'll never get a dime for that. So like people came up, all these writers and artists, they're seeing this, they're seeing the crowdfunding, and they're like, you know what? I'm just gonna try to get a Marvel and DC deal long enough to get my own indie deal. Either a Boom or not a Substack or do a crowdfund. Because and that's part of the reason we have such low quality on average. We always talk about wokeness, we always talk about the usual suspects, but we gotta also consider this. If people are literally getting the message that if the best work you put forth for us, you will not be compensated for, what do you think people are gonna do? So that's what happened.
Yeah,
and hell, Mexican Iron Man and McEnany Draws and Achilles Chopper didn't say hi, and Bobby Archaic and everyone else.
Brightest
Man Flu.
Yeah, man.
Brightest Day, all of you guys.
Yeah, thank y'all for being here. The thing is, it's like there's already too many restrictions, that DC and Marvel will put on folks. They said, you can. You could work and do other things as long as you're not working for our competitor at the same time. Well, you know what? Everybody's your competitor.
Yep.
So what are you saying? That I could work for somebody else? I could work for you and work for somebody else at the same time, just as long as it's not your competitor, but just as long as it's not outright Marvel. Like, come on, man.
And that rule's been basically broken. There are a lot of times where you have somebody who did something on Marvel, and I guess maybe like 1 month later they're on DC,
right?
Or vice versa. So that they don't hold to that rule that much.
Well, we're even at the point though. Like fucking, it's like Marvel and DC, or even their own people in their own company are attacking each other online, and just being dicks in general. It's just everyone. I think when it comes to a consumer's point of view, we're all hoping for someone to break away, make a good product, and we will support it. And it's happening. Look at the way Berserk is with Keanu Reeves. Look at how we got Indiegogo and say Work the Wizard and Mandy's projects.
Man, there we go. Ghetto ass green screen.
You know what I would love to do when I finally get my comic from Cecil, whenever the fuck that is.
It releases February 31st.
Thank you. Is that right after Not Gonna Happen January?
Yeah, February 31st.
All right, but
February 32nd.
You know how long it's been? I've been dying to buy a comic that I can actually just hang on my wall and go, yeah, that's good. And I can't even do it for the cover art no more. Like my walls are covered in comics. And it's like I can't even look at anything pretty. I'm looking at old Todd McFarlane and fucking shit from the 90s, X-Men Uncanny, and some Gwenpool special, Spider-Gwen's #1s, and some MODOK, and the last good comic I think I bought because I liked the cover so much was the X-Men 92 series.
I remember that series.
And it was just because the art was fantastic. It reminded me of the cartoon. I still pick up the Deadpool versus Thanos or the Deadpool Return of the Living Dead, stuff like that. And I miss buying comics. It's the same thing with Pops. Pops are oversaturated, but I still look for the rare ones once in a while. It's just...
I've been going crazy with the Pops.
Yep. I got to get rid of a bunch of mine, so let me know if you need anything.
I might take you up on it. And yeah, Bryce, I literally just got this green screen moments before air. I have not done anything with lighting, nothing.
Yo, man, that should
toss the green screen.
Yeah, that should
grab a bat cave and just ran with it. There's fuzziness. I need to light myself and it better, but we'll get there.
It looks good though.
Thanks. Thank you. But it's, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. No, I mean, I was just saying, I miss like I know the way shit's been the last since 2020 March. Like I know like con everything shut down, but I miss going to a con, spending 30 minutes in one cardboard box at a con looking for a comic and debating which one to get more. I miss going looking for pops because then I get a it's just I feel like there's a part of my life missing because as much as it's great ordering something on eBay like you do 24 with the scores, it's not the same as going through a long box and picking out something you thought you would never see. And just I miss that. I miss the hunt. I was a big hunter. I loved hunting for stuff. I love spending hours just wandering, and it's eBay doesn't do it for me. Wish, yeah, sure, I'll get like a thing there. Thing it's Amazon. Not it's not the same. It's like when you're trying to solve like something in like a video game, like an Easter egg, or you're trying to get this dungeon raid boss done. It's the same type of completion and achievement. And Marvel and DC, the way they're just even handling their comics now, and the way they're hiring, air quotes, this is Dr. Evil air quotes at this point, I don't have the urge to hunt for things. It's back issues. But even now we're getting old comic book shops trying to we have the right to like reprice something when you bring it to us to buy for. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Then what's the point of having the hunt if you're just going to overprice us by the time you already priced it? It's all this shit has been affected. Am I going off topic?
No, because it all what we're talking about is this is yet another thing that's going to kill the comic book industry. Or the American comic book industry, the American mainstream comic book industry. I should be very specific because obviously we have Comicsgate and we have manga and we have even the indies outside of Comicsgate, a lot of which are actually doing decent or better than decent. So like this is just another reason because like you said, they already have these hiring practices where, you know, the woke best friend gets a job. Now everybody who does have talent at these companies, this is just another avenue for them to leave, which they were already doing. They were already going to Boom. They were already going to IDW for
I want to share this quickly because I Wish is like my guilty pleasure.
What you got?
But share that quickly. But yeah, my Optimus Prime. I don't know if you can see it yet, but my Optimus Prime will arrive soon. That's a 7-inch diecast, and then I have. Hopefully, I don't. Oh, yeah, it's no longer available on Wish.
Buddy. Oh man,
I can't.
Okay. I need to get on Wish. Because I got the last thing I got for Wish, it was a while ago. I got a Mike Tyson, and even though it falls apart, it looks pretty good.
Yeah,
and it's not like it's not broken. It's just like the joints are detachable by design, and they're too detachable, but you can put them back together.
See, this is like, yeah, I get you the same thing. You can always, that's one of my Venom arms fell off, so I just Gorilla Glued it so I can stick in one pose. But like getting stuff like this, like, dude,
it's really still pretty good. So yeah, I mean, I think this is just the climate. This is the climate creators, and I wish I had all the name of all the creators. But
that was funny. I do hunt for cheeseburgers. I will never turn down a cheeseburger. It was not necessarily, bro. You can make fat jokes. Everyone makes fat jokes on me. That's the whole point of having fat in my name. You're good. You're really fucking good, bro. Don't ever worry about it. And thank you, Robert. Yeah, the fact that I do like having two Phoenixes. I like the anime ones. They're fucking hot.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Yeah, Kelly Child. I think somebody else asked about the hat. Oh, Mexican Iron Man. Yeah, I had this hat since last year when they first started talking about it. I should have got like 10 more because they are worth like a bunch.
Yeah,
I should have got 10 more of these Cleveland like a year ago because they had actually came to the decision last year. It's just that this year they actually followed through with it.
You know,
if you notice, they used the C logo for the last year instead of the Indian. But go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, actually, I was going into a lot of thrift stores, man. That is crazy because I go in there looking for DVDs and shit. But what I started seeing was a lot of Cleveland Indian brand new shit, all put in there, marked down. We talking like windbreakers and yeah, all kinds of shit. So I ended up scooping up a few, man. And yeah, it's dude. I mean, they were cheap. They were going for like $3 or $4 each, man. And it was some shirts, and like I said, man, Houston, man, fuck. I mean, you get shit, fairly cheap, man. And dude, I mean, but that shit is live, man. I'm looking at your hat, like, fuck. It definitely would. It's clean, man.
Thank you. I may rock with this a little bit more than the Pistons and Lions hats, just because it's People seem to like it, especially now that they canceled
They're
everything.
saying you have an echo in the background, Big.
So I'm not sure if she's saying I have echo. Am I echoing anybody chat?
I think,
Or is she saying
it's because you're close to the sidewalls that it's bouncing off. Maybe that's what they're picking up. I don't know.
I'm
for
not.
Sure.
The
Oh, you talking
sidewalls.
Okay.
I don't know.
think
It could
she
be
just said-
reverberating off your chin. I don't fucking know. I'm just trying to be funny.
Yeah. I mean, let me know if I have an echo chat. No echo. Okay, it's the girl just making a joke. It's supposed to be the Batcave. I'm gonna like this so it works. I just got the damn green screen.
Nah,
today.
it looks
Second
cool though,
one
man.
try. And it's still hard to get it in shot because trying to get the perfect green screen is its own chore. Eventually, I'm gonna light this properly and probably have somebody do a dedicated backdrop instead of stealing this fake Batcave. So thank you. Let's see.
Oh shit. Pat S says that 24/7 Fusion Media for heavyset guys like me, you can get 2 and 3X Cleveland stuff at the discount big and tall outlet. FYI, yeah, they got
Really?
they got a couple out here. So, all right, shit, I appreciate that, man. Thank you, Pat S. Cold Era. Who will VW have as a sidekick? Oh shit!
Right now, I'm doing the solo hero thing, because
Yeah, he doesn't like us.
solo guy.
I'm too white.
Jesus, man.
You didn't say no either. So what the fuck, dude?
No, you're not. You're not white enough. No.
I'm Canadian.
And yes, I do know about the stream OBS and virtual webcam option. Again, I haven't said. I didn't even set anything up. I just said nothing up. But actually, Draco, because he's taught me about that. So I will eventually be doing that and lighting this and doing all the stuff I'm supposed to do to make the green screen not have the fuzzy edges. So we will get there when we get there. Cross that bridge when we get to it.
There you go.
There you go. Hey, shout out to Spider-Gwen.
Man,
Spider-Gwen and Miles Morales are going to be the reason that people think of Spider-Man as Green Lanterns when they grow up. Like this generation of kids, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, they're like, oh, Peter Parker, he's one of the Spider-Man, because he'll just be. And I mean, part of that is just a comment on how popular those two characters have gotten.
right.
But they have a show with all three of them. And you could just tell, like, the next generation, they're going to grow up with all three of those characters on equal footing in their heads. And we'll see. I don't think Peter Parker will just be the definitive Spider-Man in a generation. So
I doubt that because they only know Miles Morales from certain things. There's too much history of Peter Parker for that to be taken over. And honestly, I'd rather it be Spider-Gwen than Miles Morales, just for one. No, Gwen Stacy has, I think, a longer history with Peter Parker than Miles Morales does. That's all I'm saying.
you're not wrong, but like kids don't always like think. You go off of what you see as a child, like that's going to be in your head, and
so they're always going to ask, "Well, where did there's I agree. I think it depends on the kid's curiosity and the development of their choice.
Yeah, some kids will go back. Oh, it started off with Peter Parker. He was the first one, and then they came up with them. But they're going to, even if Peter Parker's still the most popular, people will grow up 10, 20 years from now and just consider that like a class of hero instead of a definitive character. It's already been watered down to that extent. And I mean, who knows? It doesn't mean that there's not good stories to tell with Spider-Gwen and Miles Morales. Even I grew up remembering Ben Reilly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When I was a kid, he was as valid as Peter, and because of the Clone Saga. Because I was 9 or 10 or whatever it was.
Peter, though, technically he was Peter, just a clone. So
yeah,
he was still Peter. So it was
you know the funny thing about Ben is you know what happened after he left New York?
I can't remember.
He got cashed and released.
Look, he ended up being a superhero out here in Houston, man.
It's really
yeah. If you look up Ben Reilly when he was like, "Yo, where you going?" He's I'm going to Houston, and he fucking took off, man. And he went to be a hero in Houston, man.
Shout out to Ben Reilly keeping the streets.
Yeah, for real. I I was like, the dude out of anywhere just picked Houston, Texas for Ben Riley to just be Spider-Man. You know, his version of what that the Scarlet Spider.
Scarlet Spider, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Impact Weapon and all that.
Yeah, and he took that to Houston, man, and became the hero out here, man, in Marvel Comics.
I'm gonna stand by my catch and release joke. It was funny. I don't care what you guys say.
I didn't say anything.
I ain't say shit. I was
All I
like,
heard, come on, man. That's all I heard. So I'm standing by it.
Yeah.
But we got Will,
Everybody laughed at you when you said you'd be a YouTuber. Nobody's laughing now.
Actually, I never told anyone I was gonna be a YouTuber. I tried telling my brother and how it's working out for me, and then he just has that look like I don't care. I'm like, that's cool. I hope you get another divorce next year. You already gone through one.
Oh Jesus, MGTOW. But it's fun. Actually, I just recently came out to my mom as being a vigilante, and let her know that the channel exists. Shout out to Mom Jelani Williamson.
that's what's up.
My dad asked me, "What's your channel?" I'll watch. Like, fuck that.
Nah, you know what, man? Dude. I mean, he hears you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he's, but that's the thing, though, man. If they down for it, I'd be like, fuck it, go ahead, man. Because they're, like anybody like in my family that would say, hey, I'll watch your shit. I'd be like, well, fuck you already know who I am. So yeah. I mean, the curse words and all. I mean, you already know what time it is. So hell, here goes the link.
Yeah. I figured my mom raised me, so it's like I curse. So what do you want me to do?
It's more brother things. So don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But that's cool shit. There you go, man. Mom approved. That's what's up, man.
Mom safe.
Yeah, man.
Mom saved today. Start saying, "Why'd you say all those words? Why you gotta embarrass the family like that? Why can't you be more nice and use less proverbs of adjectivity and angry?"
Nah, she's just happy I'm not doing something stupider. So, I don't curse at my mom.
Yeah, much props to moms. That's what's up, man.
Shout out to moms. Shout out to the moms. Bro.
There you go.
Yeah, I'll shout my dad instead.
Hey, shout out to parents. How about that? Let's not be gender specific. Parents are dope.
No, it's not that. Just different. Not even about that. No.
But this is general.
Yeah, parents are cool.
And I know your dad.
Man.
So I guess the Tinian thing, I'm not sure if you wanted to go back to that or if you want to try transition into Suicide Squad because we were about to talk about that for a little bit.
Yeah, actually, let's talk about Suicide Squad. That's what's up, man.
Pete Davidson getting shot in the face. Best part of the movie. Just want to get stick with.
Wait. Are we gonna do spoilers or not spoilers?
Man,
Ask the chat.
Yeah. Let's ask the chat, man.
That's a good way. Chat, do you want spoilers of Suicide Squad or not?
There you go.
We can give it to you any way you want. Any way you want. I know it's gonna take a little bit because of the delay.
Diagonal.
Yeah. Anything but missionary. No basic.
Why not? I got the turkey hat and the turkey baster and the pilgrim hat. I'm good to go for a bit.
Turkey.
One for spoilers.
One for spoilers. Turkey bases is the reason family court are in business now. But that's a whole nother.
Well, that and the lack
story.
of Oh, sorry.
So is that Keely Child one for spoilers again?
Yes.
I guess that's two. So the girl says I'm not gonna watch it. You know what? I'll say. And I would give it a soft recommend before we even get to spoilers.
Actually,
medium recommend. It's not perfect though.
No. I would tell you like this. It's an easy. It's a good C plus. Easy.
That's solid. Yep.
Yeah. Like just to let you know, like out of anything you can actually watch. And I'm not gonna sit there and just be recommending a whole bunch of shit. But I'll tell you like this. If you can stand to watch something that's at a C plus. I would tell you give this movie a chance, and it'll be a lot better than a lot of the DC. It's a lot better than a lot of the Marvel shit that's come out in the last
that we're getting now last
year and a half. With all the little, from Endgame on, this movie basically, it takes them all. So you would do better with this, and then plus with it's better than Wonder Woman 1984.
Yes, it's better than
definitely better than the first Suicide Squad. Definitely better than Birds of Prey.
That's the first thing I can do.
Yeah.
It was definitely not the. And yeah,
Well, I'd even say this, even for a Harley Quinn movie, this is probably the best one out of the 3 that we've gotten.
I'd agree with
Seriously.
that as well.
Yeah.
Right, I
So
didn't see Birds of Prey. That's not.
yeah, you know, and not to say that it's the greatest thing that you're gonna find, but it would actually be probably in your top 5 or 6 when it comes to DC movies, and then everything else would probably fall behind it.
I
Which
think
is
it was a
sad.
real life animated movie, and it should have been an animated movie.
No, I'm talking about that the live action, the shit that we begin the DCEU is definitely in your. It would be in your top 5 or 6 once you watch it.
Well,
You'd be like, yeah, you would actually can see it instead of.
they already did an animated movie that was better than this, like a few
Assault on
years ago.
Arkham. That's what the
Assault on
first-
Arkham.
Yeah. I have Assault on Arkham. That was actually very
That was-
good, but but still, I mean, for what it is, Assault on the Arkham. Yeah, I'm glad you guys brought that up, man. That movie was actually pretty damn good, man.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
And there, yeah, it was good.
So, like, my big thing, I didn't see Hell to Pay Cold Era, or did I? I remember Assault on Arkham, but I don't know if I saw that one because I'm hit and miss with a lot of
See-
recent stuff. Go ahead.
I got something, Pat S. King Shark solo movie. It's too easy for DC because they can't write dialogue anyway, so we're pretty much just.
Well, it's funny because what I noticed, even with like the Harley Quinn cartoon, they dumbed down King Shark. He's damn near like the equivalent of Curly from the Three Stooges, man.
Yeah,
But less
he's
intelligent.
he's the equivalent of that. So if you're looking at but the thing is, I know King Shark's comic book history, and he's not stupid. He's a savage, man. Like, he's not funny. He'll eat you and whoever the fuck else. Like, he don't give a fuck, man. And the fact that he has like a grudge, against land people and all kind of shit. It'd be hard for him to just befriend a human. But the thing is, I think since the New 52, now that I think about it, they them around to be more of a, with where did he go, George type of motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's,
I will
pet
him, and
so
I will
it's like,
love
yeah,
him,
so
and
now
I
he-
will.
yeah,
Absolutely.
and then he gets to be kind of cute and cuddly, and then and then and then he's just basically you just rocket raccooned him real quick,
Yeah, or Cold Era called it Groot. I am Groot. I am Shark. I mean,
Yeah, right.
and that's what that's what I will say about this movie. And somebody said it, I think on FNT. This is Guardians of the Galaxy rated R. Granted, because
Yeah.
and I'm the one person on Earth who does not like the Guardians of the Galaxy, right? Because I think in the same issue I have is that James Gunn is just not as funny as he thinks he is. He is so not funny. Not that none of the jokes hit, some of them do, but because it's rated R, that's a huge that's a huge difference. Because the violence in the movie is the draw to me, like the violence and the quality of the action scenes. Because for real, I mean, outside of the John Wick series and like Infinity War, I can't think of a better action sequences the past 5 years. You got to go back to Civil War.
Right.
If you could think of them, please let me know so I can check it out. I did not see Nobody, so I'm not sure if that's the answer to this, but Nobody's good.
I was thinking, when I was watching Suicide Squad, I was thinking about the jokes, right? Especially the John Cena, the dick jokes and all that. Basically with those jokes, what we got was fucking James Gunn's Twitter. All
Yes.
like his Twitter, like his Twitter side of shit. Like, basically we got those grimy dick jokes and all that old bullshit. And it's like, that was the shit that, got him canceled. And basically we got a huge dose of that shit in the fucking movie. And I mean, I don't give a fuck either way it go. Cause I'm, but the thing is, it was crazy to see him interject.
I was
a lot
thinking
of
the
that
same
shit
shit
in
before I
there.
react like that.
Yeah, it was crazy to see him interject a lot of that shit in there, about the field of dicks or whatever the fuck and all that old stupid shit. And I was like, dude, this sounds like some shit you would have said on your Twitter that got you in trouble. And to begin with, man. But we're getting a whole bunch of this shit in this fucking movie on this weird shit. And I think that might have turned off a few folks because a lot of folks were turned off. Once people started getting wind of his Twitter, the shits that he was putting on Twitter. It felt like we was getting some of that shit in this fucking movie, man, and that just had me kind of like, damn, why so much emphasis on penises but we talking these are villains.
He loves the cock.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, why, like, yay, yay.
Man,
So it was weird, man.
Yeah,
on that note, no, you good, bro. No, go ahead, bro.
Okay, because you saying that's exactly what I thought. Like, James Gunn is still a guy from like 2009, right when Twitter came out, and it was cool to be an edgy asshole. He's stuck in that moment, and he cannot get out of it because it's just the same joke. And somebody, I think it was even Gary or something, said, "Oh, it was slow in the middle." That movie needed to slow down. It was a great opening as far as action, but the first like hour is just shitty joke after shitty joke after shitty joke after shitty joke after shitty. It's like, oh my god, can you let a scene just play out earnestly, or do you have to have a dick joke every 5 minutes? That's the biggest knock on the movie. It's a lot of terrible humor, and it keeps going. But the action scenes, man. There's a fucking scene with Harley Quinn, and to me, like, I'm not saying it's an intersectional scene just because it was a girl, and I think the adversaries are mostly men, but that's one of the best. If that's considered an intersectional scene, it's the best intersectional fight scene of all time.
No, it was just to me. No. To me, that you remember? You ever watched that Christian Bale movie? That he was, he had those. He was shooting motherfuckers, and he was basically like in the center of a room shooting left and right. It reminded me of like a John Woo, like a Chow Yun Fat, it was, it was like an old school, and the thing is it's hard. You know what? It's funny because it was easy to see women do that back when you coming out with Kill Bill and shit like that. And then now, when you see a woman do it, you don't know. It's hard for us, and it's you don't know if it's something
equilibrium.
Thank you, Zach. Yeah, if you're deliberately trying to say that women are better, equilibrium. There you go. Thank you, Zach. And you don't know if it's something that's intended to show that women are better than men, or you don't know if it's something that you're just trying to make this woman look cool.
Are you sure they hard to know the difference? Are you sure they were playing homage to Boondock Saints? Because it kind of felt like Boondock Saints when they were in the.
I didn't think about that.
Right. I love
whole jerk off
both of them.
Bar, yeah, but like with the guy with the two guns, except for you know what I mean?
Maybe it was a good scene. There's a scene where just Harley slaughters like a bunch of people.
Yeah, that's the scene I'm talking about. Then,
yeah, that was like I was like, wow. I mean, you know what? I thought of some other stuff. Some of the stuff that Punisher did in both his series and Daredevil was kind of comparable to this. But we just don't get that much. Like you said, you got to go back to the Chow Yun Fat John Woo days. We just don't get action scenes done this well this often anymore. That's what the draw of this movie is. That's why I would suggest if you want some fun, it's worth checking out because they just don't happen as much. That's why I would suggest it.
Right. One thing that bothered me was towards the end. We saw what happened with Polka, and then but then my issue came after that because if you look at how oh shit.
Sorry about that.
No, you good. If you look at
not a Boondock Saints guy.
No, I'm just saying if you look at how they did what they did with Starro. Who really did that to Starro? That was my whole point. It's like you got a whole squad of people, but after Polka Dot, only two women were the only things that made the difference with Starro. And that's what I didn't like that because you had a whole team, but only the women, after Polka Dot Man, only the women did what they did, and I was like, well, what are we looking at here? Is this on purpose? Is I don't know, because I was like
Yeah.
thinking like what the fuck is what's his face Idris Elba, like what is he contributing to trying to take this motherfucker down and everything else? And I didn't see shit. I didn't see shit from nobody else that was alive, you know. And but you left it to them two. Shit, it was them two and Polka Dot, you know. And I mean, he was
Yeah,
taking out that.
damage.
You knew right away when that dude Javelin left her, when she took the javelin, you knew right away what the ending of the film was going to be.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
right then
they
and
did
there,
tease
it did fucking ruin it.
Oh, well.
Right then and there, as soon as I saw Javelin, I was like, oh, okay. And when she picked up the javelin, I'm like, oh, okay, this is going to be the scapegoat. But I'm lucky they didn't make it like the javelin was the only thing that could hurt. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, you know, they kind of did Polka Dot Man dirty in that moment. Like he'd been pretty cool throughout the whole movie. I think that's another. Not a lot of people died. I think too many characters died in this movie. I think some of these characters should, quite a few of these characters should have survived. That did not.
Well, like
Rick Flag.
I mean, shit. I mean, me owning and collecting
How do you
Suicide
do a
Squad.
sequel without Rick Flag? That's outside to cut you off. But I'm like, how do you? He's the main.
But Boomerang didn't die.
Yeah, actually, when I saw that, I was fucking. I was a little taken back because I was like, damn. You know, like how do you do that? You know, but then what it is too, they're also writing DC Comics now, with Rick Flag not even being in there. So basically, it's like yeah. So basically, it's like I don't know, man. They're ushering in this whole new era of shit, and they're changing up everything. You know, with lineups in comics, Justice League, Suicide Squad, all this other shit. So now, like, I'll give you an example. Peacemaker's never been a part of the Suicide Squad ever. But why is it with the New Frontier and all this new shit that's coming in to DC, they have a new Suicide Squad story. It's only like a 2 or 3 comic books, issue story. But Peacemaker is a part of the team now. And the thing is Peacemaker is not actually a villain. To be honest, he's not a villain for him to even be in a position like that, man. He's like the Punisher. So he's not, so basically he fights bad guys. He's not the bad guy. But the thing is he's excessive about it. Like he does whatever it takes in order to bring peace. So he'll kill your kids, he'll fucking kill family. He don't give a fuck as long as he's bringing peace to America. He'll do whatever it takes.
Yeah.
So he's a little too, like his extremes are a little too much. But fuck, he's not because on the Crisis on Infinite Earths, he's side by side with Batman trying to save people's lives. So it's like, it's, I don't know, man. It's, it's like you basically you took an anti-hero and threw him in there, but he's more of a hero than he is a villain.
Yeah, and they did not portray him that much. I mean, my guess is because of Cena, like their whole thing was because they don't care about canon. Like that's I mean, newsflash, they've been doing that for a while with the DC universe, not really giving a shit about the canon. So like, and then with James Gunn, he just want. Like, I can tell they say, "Hey, James Gunn, you get to do whatever you want as long as you keep John Cena alive in some way, shape, form, or fashion,
right?
Because we want to use him for this Peacemaker spinoff and probably other movies that have nothing to do with DCEU. Just as Warner Brothers want to baby an actor, just like they babied they gave what's the guy Robert Pattinson a producer deal. They're trying to put certain actors in place, and I think Cena's just their guy. I mean, he knows Mandarin.
Yeah, right.
And he knows I'm not gonna get I'll leave it to you. He knows Hollywood, but we'll just leave it at that.
Of course, we saw how well he knew Mandarin. We saw that.
Yeah, he knows Mandarin. He knows how Hollywood works. He's already had a career basically.
He's a master of selling out. Is that what you're saying?
You can call it that. You can call that.
Yeah. It's crazy. Have you since we're talking about the Suicide Squad, have you seen what's been going on with the actor that plays Rick Flag?
So something's going on with him. Joe, crazy.
Joe Kinnaman,
yeah, Joe Kinnaman.
Yeah, matter of fact, I I threw it in the deal.
Oh, yeah, you sure did.
What it is? He was dating a model back in 2018, and they smashed a few times or whatever. Did the do, and basically, he's spinning it like she's threatening. Dude, we got to pull up who this chick is, man. I seen pictures, man. And basically, he's like, yeah, she's threatening me and my family. He put like a fucking restraining order on her and all kinds of shit. And I'm like, dude, if you even see who this chick is, and he's like, he fears for his life and he fears for his family. And I'm like, man, dude, hey, Steve, can you pull up a picture of this chick, man? Y'all got to see this, man. She's
Where am I? Give me a second.
Yeah. Zip that thing up, man.
Zip that thing up. What?
I'm just fucking with you, man. Nah, I'm just saying, but she's her name is damn.
Give me a
I was
second.
looking, I was like, wait a minute. This Bella Davis.
I got right back. Oh my god.
All right. I don't know. It says Gabriella Magnuson.
Yeah, that's her real name.
Oh, that's her real name. But she goes by the name Bella Davis.
Bella Davis, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Here you go.
If you want, I could. Now I'm looking it up.
What? All right, here we go, man.
I don't.
You have to share it, dude.
Yeah, you got to share it. I'm trying to look her up at the same
Hello?
time.
I did, man.
All right. Just keep it up because when I look up Bella Davis, it's such a
it's yeah, like they don't got her in the article, man. What?
Yeah, so I'm having an issue, and then when you look it up, it just shows Joel Kinnaman like on Google, and it says
if you put up a Bella Davis model, she'll pop up,
okay.
And yeah.
And apparently she accused him of, man, I'm not trying to be a MGTOW, but this is what they talk about. She looks like a cute girl.
Yo,
I can see her destroying another human's life.
Yeah, let's boy. Blow that shit up.
Thinking about it seemed to make sense to apologize to China to be in the movies. Yeah. Or to and hard pass. Once you hear that shit, there's no hotness. There's no woman hot enough. Because I'm not just gonna take people's side. I don't know there. I wasn't in the household, but like I can see this happening. Is the point? I'm not necessarily saying she's guilty of this. Maybe this is okay. I don't know.
First of all, look at her
crazy
face. She looks like she cares. She doesn't even look like she gives a fuck about the model pitch right now. Look at their eyes. This is my opinion. She might look attractive, but she doesn't look attractive on the inside. She looks like she wants all the attention on her. This could be my impression about her in general, but
she has something with her eyes.
She looks psychopath. I'm sorry. She looks.
Yes, I agree.
Looks like if you don't give her what she wants, whatever she wants, she's gonna lose her shit. And I don't care how attractive someone looks. But she doesn't.
No, go ahead, man. You pull up her OnlyFans.
Gilly Child's crazy in the chat. I agree with you, Steven. Keep going.
She doesn't look like she's emotionally attractive. She looks emotionally crazy. And no offense, she's not even worth sex. She's not worth a first date, in my opinion. If I didn't hear this story and I saw her, her eyes give her away. She looks very empty, disassociated, and empty.
It's something about eyes that's the first thing I look at with a woman nowadays. And maybe that's being old. Maybe that's being,
All right.
dealing with the craziness. When I see those crazy eyes or those soulless eyes, I remember I was dating a girl. There was just no soul. I'm like, nope, we got to stop.
There you go.
I,
There's
I'm
another
not,
one, right?
I made sure
All right,
not to
blow it
do
up,
nothing.
man.
with her, and she wanted to.
I can't blow it
just
up anymore, dude.
I don't know. Shit. I don't know. All right, it's another picture, man. What about her by herself, man? Not with these. Fap. Oh, my boy. Roll tight. H-Town bound, my man. That's
All
what's
right.
up.
I think this is the same woman, but honestly, she doesn't look attractive to me at all. She doesn't look like she can hold a conversation.
Jesus.
Is that the same one?
I think
Probably.
it is. I'm 90% sure it is.
Yeah, it's probably her. Boy.
This is how people get distracted. This is why I was talking about the turkey basers. This is why I was talking about the family court. This is how this shit happened. And the toxic man flu understand. First thing I look at on a woman, bank account, because if she's broke, she'll break your ass. That's how it goes. And even if she got money, she'll still break your ass.
That's the first picture I found that she looks kind of happy in. Think about
Vigilante's like, what?
She
Man,
has the eyes of, you better fucking adore me, or you better fucking do whatever the fuck I want. Whatever the fuck I want. I could be wrong, but that's the impression I'm getting.
She looks like she would slap somebody. You know what I mean? She looks like she would slap her man with no problem.
Slap her man? She'd probably bust out a fucking extendo bat while hitting you with the car.
Yeah, she like she'll break your windows out. And I mean, that's just
like key your car and shit. Yo, I'll key your car.
No offense, but like even her makeup
job,
she looks like okay.
I'll put sugar in your tank.
Yeah, I want you to look at here.
Blow that shit up.
I did. I blew it up for you, but I want you.
Come on, man.
No. Hold on. Now I want you to pay close attention to something right now, okay? And I'm trying to get a right picture for it. But I'm gonna swap back and forth. Now look at her. Maybe it's just the makeup. Now look at the deer. Now look at her. Now look at the deer. Looks the same.
Yeah.
So switch something you. Nah.
She cares more about her fucking cleavage being shown and the amount of makeup she's wearing. Like lips aren't real. Lips can't be real. Like there's something.
I guess you could say the same about the deer, right?
Well, the deer's real.
I'm just fucking with you. You go blow that.
I know,
shit
but
up.
but she doesn't. She's not attractive to me.
This is what happens when you think with the wrong head. And Toxic Man Flu, you fucking the deer is more information than any of us needed, but we appreciate you being here. We appreciate you being here in your dear fucking ways. And yes, she is a PETA woman, paying the ass. And it's just the way it is. It's the way it is. I don't know where she is in the crazy house. You know what I mean?
I don't think there's a number for that.
A deer, a real deer. Oh my god! Hey man, that's some funny shit. Oh, you remember that shit in her Vigilante?
Yeah, when you said, I didn't remember till you said it. Man, these girls are getting really good at thirst trap.
Hey, there's Culture. Look who finally shows up today. Hey, why'd you come on in, Culture? We can talk about the female deer.
A deer, huh? Yeah, shit. Throw him a link, man. That's what's up, man. Culture Casino, man. My man. That's if he's up to it, man. I know he's tired as fuck, man. He does a lot of shit, man. But thank you for being here, Culture.
Appreciate you being here.
Yeah, for real, man.
I don't care. Maybe it's just me, but
oh shit. Look at this,
man. I'm looking at this. She put on Instascam that Joe Kinnaman raped her twice. How did he do it twice? I'm not trying to be that guy.
But like, why is she always striking a poetry? She's always looking at the camera. Like she always sets up these shots too. She's very self-absorbed. This isn't even a model shot.
Yeah, well, it's a scam model shot. Culture is working hard shot for the working man.
Should let me get freed up.
Yeah. So
I have no control over that. T-shirt. How come? You see how it is? It's K. Like what the fuck, dude? Talk to 24.
Professional thirst trapping. Professional thirst trapping. This is I mean, I don't know what it's going to take for guys to like smarten up how they deal with women. Hopefully, this is not getting took out.
You see the guy behind
years
her? If
from
he's
now.
not even rubbernecking, he knows she's fucking nuts.
You could because guys in the gym, they're
Not
starting
even
to
in the
get
mirror.
wise.
You would see in the reflect. Yeah.
I know when I did go to the gym, obviously I haven't been in a while, but I the thirst trap shit was getting so old. You will see a chick like, okay, we get it. It was one chick taking pictures in front of herself, and she was in the fucking way. I'm like, bitch, you don't get out of the way. I ended up fucking up my arm trying to put weights up because some dumb bitch taking pictures for Instagram. So that shit gets old in the gym. When you're trying to focus, you're trying to work out. Like, you're not gonna fuck me. Get the fuck out. 99% of the women you meet are not gonna fuck you, so you don't have to care about what they think.
Still the same soulless
And
eyes.
the 1% that will fuck you.
Like even she's like, I will take your money and then chop off your balls and sell them on eBay. That's the fucking impression I'm giving.
Boy, Vigilante.
She's not good
You better
looking.
be careful,
Don't make it.
Vigilante.
What? Say 99% of women won't fuck you. That's real advice. You approach your life like that. The 1% that will fuck you will probably fuck you more for being honest and being true to yourself. Don't worry about it.
If you can't, that's the thing though. Eventually, you reach a certain point with relationships in general. You look at someone, you realize, can I have a conversation with these people? It's not just like how hot they are. You can be as hard as you want, but you can still be as dumb as a fucking brick. I don't want to marry a brick. I don't want to have children with a brick.
Chris ways to move, bitch. Some bitch need to get out the way. Get out the way, ho. Get out the way. In the gym. You see people are trying to move. There's weights and shit around you. It was like the fucking whatever. It was like the bar where they have like the set bars where it's like 80, 90, 100 or whatever. I don't know what the fuck.
Right.
Should we throw them a link? I don't know. Should we throw them a link? I don't know.
Damn.
I guess we might toss out a couple links.
Yeah, please.
So yeah, I don't know if I have.
I don't know. Has he been a good boy?
I'll toss you guys links. I'll let you know when I toss them. Let's get to.
Oh God! Please don't be anyone I don't want on here.
Hey,
You know what I mean? It was just, last thing I want is her showing up in her stream yards going, "What do you mean I'm not attractive? I'll cut you solid."
She can show up. I mean, it'd be better YouTube that way.
Yeah, but 24 has to master that mute button then.
I'll let her talk her shit.
Uh-uh.
Because all we gotta do is ask her, did he grape you? Yes or no? She'd shut the fuck up right as soon as we ask her that shit. No, this motherfucker. I'm not trying to like dismiss this shit, but like I'm getting too old for this Me Too shit. I'm getting far too old for this. Nah, bitch. I'm sorry. Y'all because of believe all women. Nah, I don't believe no woman. That's sad. That's actually legit sad because it's obviously not always the case. So actually, let me get off camera because I have to look because I am too boomer to type with my mask on. And by boomer, I mean blind. So
honestly, yeah, she's not worth it.
No. And this is not just her. There's girls out there in the wild, regular girls that you're probably looking across the office thinking, oh yeah, she's hot. You don't know what the fuck you're dealing with. You don't know what the fuck you're dealing with.
She's like probably Lorena Bobbitt was hot at one time. Then someone lost their nuts. So.
Exactly. She didn't even have a reason to do that. By the way, Lorena Bobbitt. I don't even think he was cheating. It was just, I just feel like cutting his dick off.
She saw one too many Ginsu commercials. She wanted to see if it was true.
So, T-shirt and T-shirt historian and Culture Casino. You guys have links?
I already gave them links. Yeah.
Oh, did you? Well, I'm late. I'm late as fuck to the party.
Oh, no,
you guys have two.
I'm just torturing T-shirts.
Appreciate both of y'all. Thank you.
We're breaking the rule, though. We're breaking that rule. I was going to bring my mom on, a couple of her cousins, and just start being the Canadian version of racist.
Yeah.
Don't make it awkward silence. Jesus Christ.
I was just teasing, man, but hey.
Thank you, T-shirt.
All right, thanks for coming, T-shirt. It's been great having you. Thank you.
No, stay. Don't listen to him.
Yeah, I don't listen to Fat Steven. I'm too busy giving him carrots.
Oh man, how's it going, man?
24, man. It's good to see you again. How you doing?
Boy, I'm good, man. It's shit. It's an honor to have you on, man. Damn, it's been a minute.
It has, man. What you been up to?
Man, just trying to reach the 500, man. It's a struggle. I've been trying to get the 500 for a week,
Oh,
You know,
you're so
I've been-
lucky.
yeah, man. I've been 5 shy from 500, man, for a good week, man. People shouted me out, tried to help me get there. The close I got was like at 496, then I got pushed back to 494. Now I'm back at 495. Yo, the struggle is real.
Yeah, man, I'm still trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. It's hard.
Yo,
Yeah.
you know,
I ain't even broke 200 yet, so you're doing good.
nah, man. But you know, it's I'm thankful for whatever I get, man. So I'm
Yeah.
good. Man. I'm good, man. So, but shit, man, it's great to have you here, man. Shit, how you feeling, man?
Well, you know, my shoulder's hurting me like hell, but other than that, I'm good.
Oh, that's what's up.
Masturbating. It does hurt.
Oh man. Anonymous just blew that shit up for $25. Damn, Anonymous.
That's either Culture or Bruce,
Yeah, it was.
or it's T-shirt.
I think it's Bruce. Yep, it's
Well,
Bruce. Bruce just said, "Hell, Bruce Lombardo of Dick's Division."
I didn't put my damn name in. Hey, thank
What's going
you,
on,
Bruce.
Keely?
Man, thank you, man. I appreciate you, Bruce. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, if you have anything you want to say, Bruce, just throw it in the chat. I'll definitely
Take your pants off.
like it. And Pat Estes, like and subscribe to 24/7. Thank you, man. Please subscribe to Fat Steven Seagal, Vigilante Williamson, T-shirted Historian,
I'm on
all
YouTube.
great YouTubers, and Culture Casino, shit. Along with Bruce Lombardo. Man, there's a lot of great YouTubers here in the chat.
Oh, Fat Steven keeps doing more shows. He's gonna die of exhaustion, man. This is like what his second or third show today.
I
Yeah.
have a routine. I get enough sleep. I'm fine. But this is a job to me. Like I said, I take my
Yeah.
job seriously.
Yeah, you do, man. And props to you
Yeah.
for it.
Thank you.
Man.
Like I said, like even when I was couriering, if I didn't have a broken leg and my bike could get fixed in under 10 minutes, I was back on the road delivering packages. The thing is, like, I'm not, I don't want to sound preachy at all, but when you got nothing and you realize you got to work for everything yourself to get something, the scrape on the knee is worth a paycheck. Not that type of scrape on the knee. But that's the truth. And I think a lot of people have that same ethic, especially on YouTube. And they start making their own shit, making their own content, getting their own vibe. They look at their channel as their house. They don't want people shitting on it. Thank you.
Well
Simon.
said.
Hello, gentlemen.
Oh, so you show up on his channel, but you don't show up on mine.
Now we got
I'm a
to
little-
that echo.
I'm a little busy.
Oh,
Yeah, you
oh,
show
you
with
show
acting
up
action too. Busy, geesh. Because I'm
Who's
not.
echoing?
Oh, it's
That's
probably
culture.
me.
It's culture. Culture
let me-
comes in and then everything.
let me sort
goes
it out.
Echo based.
Dial it back here.
All right.
Am I echoing?
No, not no more.
Echo.
All right. I don't know why it does that.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. Trying to figure that out.
CIA tap, obviously.
Look, I don't tap my
leave
own
work. Well, yeah, because you're the one tapping it. If you work for the CIA, you gotta assume your phone is being tapped. If you're in America, you gotta assume your phone is being tapped. You're on Earth, your phone is being tapped.
I have a
When-
water tap.
When a major incident happens in the United States, we turn every single listening device inward. Every ability that
Even
we
belly
have to
buttons?
gather intel is turned inward.
And yeah, it's only the major events. You don't have to shill for them. It's cool.
I'm just saying.
Do you work for Tom King?
Okay.
No. So how does my mic sound? Because I'm trying a new setup and it's frustrating.
You sound fine.
No,
I
you
think
sound
the old
good.
mic.
Kind of distant.
Yeah,
Well,
a little bit.
this-
But you
All
sound.
right.
All right.
Yeah, distant like you like show up on when you.
Wow, Steven, could you whine a little more? Just bring
Sure,
that
here,
up.
hold on,
Real
we can-
quick.
hold on a second.
Well, no.
There
Jesus
you
Christ. I want to get to the super chat. Joe Biden's balls just blew that shit up for $10. Johnson,
They're
Joe
blowing
Biden's
all
balls.
over us. That's
Joe Biden.
I didn't know Joe Biden's balls could still blow anything up, but apparently they can.
well, it's better than
Yeah, we
Joe
have
Biden's
$10.
balls smelling your hair. That's
He could always lay them on the nuclear button. So
They show the Joe Biden's ball. Wait. Who's actually holding the balls? Him or the wife?
Ooh.
Neither. The culture's job probably is.
Culture, is that your balls?
No.
CIA is involved.
I'd like to
Piece of
see you,
shit.
Culture. How you doing?
I am not. I'm not a shill.
You ain't
Who
got
calls
What are
to
you
be-
a
talking
shill?
about?
No.
I just
So
said
how are
CIA
you
's
doing?
about-
Thank
I
you.
did say
Thank
something
you,
about
Steve.
being a shill earlier.
It's not shill casino.
Is it Shilla?
It, you know,
Who accused you of being a shill?
I did
that's
earlier.
Steven.
That was Viz,
no,
not
it was-
me.
it was-
Don't
no, it was
fucking
me.
pass the
See-
fuck at me.
Yeah, I said I did.
Did you give
Coach,
up
you're
on
not
Dark
a
Souls
shill.
3?
No, man, I'm still doing it. I'm still doing it. I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna try to win. You know, that's the way I'm wired, man. I'm wired to win, man. Wired to
There
win.
is no winning Dark Souls 3. There is only
Okay.
levels of pain.
Well,
That's not
okay,
true.
I'm having plenty of pain. Am I echoing again or no?
No, you're
No,
fine.
no, you're good.
Okay, perfect. All right. So no, like I said, I'm trying a new setup, and freaking, the Go XLR is a pain in the ass. It's a great toy, but I'm gonna tell you right now, pain
Not
in the
worth asking.
ass. Pain in the ass. But I've had like I said, I mean, I've had like all of you guys in the background, like whenever I can.
Aw.
I'm usually like I'm working on like I was finishing up a contract edit and stuff like that just a little while ago,
Oh,
and it's in things like that. So I usually try to do as much as I can, to support everybody's stuff, and you guys for the same reason you support everybody else, and it's really easy to support all of you guys. You know what? Same to you, Steven.
What?
Yeah, that wasn't lost on me, but like I got to get everybody on the channel, man. Sunday I'm gonna have to like bring in like everybody but my regular panelists, like just bring everybody else. in.
Gee,
Do it.
you'd be great. You would actually bring in a new audience.
Would.
Huh? I could do that.
yeah, I've been.
No, I've been trying to get to 24/7 on there forever. VW abandoned me. I guess he found a better deal. I got.
I
better
don't have
deals.
enough time. My channel is literally dying because of me doing everything else. Every time I say, "Oh, I'm gonna," can I stop doing your show? Stop doing
Dix.
Well, Nick, I didn't do his regular, but oh my god, how can I get out? Forget Comics Division? But you
That's what I
guys
was
are like the
talking
two
about. I just
biggest.
said
So,
Dix. Yeah.
oh, I thought you said Nick, Dix, but I don't. That's not. But I'm sorry. Listen. What you do with comics is your business.
Dix-
But the
it's
first
Dix
thing I think
Division.
with Comics
Am I
Division
wrong?
is not Dix. It will never be Dix. It'll
Yeah.
always be Comics Division. I get it. That's the thing, but that's still not the first thing I think of. But yeah, I don't do those shows, and I keep trying, and I'm like, I don't have any time. Like, I am.
All right.
I don't even want to rant right now.
Okay.
Can you please highlight Toxic Man Flu? Because that's the actual fact.
What happened?
Oh, you want this one?
I hear every time Fat Steven gains a pound, a woman has a massive orgasm. Finally,
My
a
goodness.
woman has an orgasm. All right.
All right.
Oh my
You guys-
gosh. You want to hear the biggest example of simping I've ever heard?
Sure.
Go for it.
Pokemon?
This is a Twitter tweet that I just read. A lot of people are going to be calling the Suicide Squad James Gunn's aesthetic. This is Kathy Yan's aesthetic. Gunn is doing a great job of building on it and deserves a ton of credit for that. Directors build on each other, especially in franchises. That's their job. There's no criticism of Gunn here. He does phenomenal work in this. But so much of what's built on is what Yan introduced to and legitimized in the DCEU with Birds of Prey. Gunn's going to get the credit for changing the DCEU because of the critics and viewers who recognize. Because he's a name and she isn't, but she's the one who changed it. She's the one who laid this aesthetic and mentality down. She more directly challenged Zack Snyder's perfume commercial chic, whatever. And she's already being forgotten in the praise for this big tonal shift at the DCEU.
Oh,
Wait, is
wow.
that the same one who inserted herself as I am not Starfire?
Yeah, no kidding.
Is that the same one?
No, it's some dude named Gabriel Valdez, I think.
No, Kathy Yan and Mariko Tamaki. Geez, you are racist. I knew Canadians were racist when I lived in Michigan.
I'm sorry, I
You hear
can't hear
Asian
you
name,
over
are they
your
all the
racism.
same? But yeah, Jesus. Yeah, some Asian lady. They're all the same. Just Rose Tico. Which one is it? I don't know. No, Kathy Yan directed Birds of Prey,
Oh, fuck
and
that.
Uh-huh.
listen, man, I've been working on a review for like 2 fucking months, and I had to use a clip from Birds of Prey, and just going like 20 seconds of that film, I can't believe someone sat through an hour and a half or 2 hours or whatever it is. I mean, that like 30-second experience just to get a clip of Harley Quinn for a video, it was just like insane. Like this is 2 hours of this shit.
Wow.
No, I don't mind ranting. I just didn't want to rant on that subject because I don't.
You see,
I don't wanna...
the thing is, do we honestly give a fuck about people trying to just cause shit because the Suicide Squad? The only reason why they're saying this shit is because Suicide Squad's the thing that's hot on Twitter right now. These idiots literally just look on the trending tab and see what they can fucking attach themselves to.
Yeah, that's why I wouldn't.
Birds of Prey was bad. Everyone said so.
Don't
You had to change
don't
the
even
title.
platform.
The theaters were empty. They were so empty that fucking Goku and Vegeta could have a training brawl in them.
Oh. Hey, it's Loki.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Loki, shout out to Loki.
Hey, what's up, Loki?
But yeah, I have no reaction to that.
I-
And
I
honestly,
have a
like I
question.
said, Suicide Squad's not even, it's cool, but it ain't that great. Go ahead.
No, I have a question for you, bitch. What do you think of Transformers so far?
So far so good.
Mm-hmm.
So far so good. And I think more people should check. I would recommend Transformers before I would recommend Suicide Squad.
Ooh.
I think Suicide. Listen, I don't like James Gunn style. The action sequences were really well done, though, so that's why I would recommend it. That's why it's on the plus side. But it's a C minus. You guys said CC plus. I would give it a C minus D plus.
Well, let me.
But like in modern era, that's a B. But like for just my regular scale, C minus D plus.
You know, let me. I saw. You know, I was watching earlier, Culture, and just kind of curious. You know, now that we got you and T-shirt here, just wanted to know, what did you think about the ending of Suicide Squad and the two people involved in bringing down the major bad guy?
You know about the girls?
Right.
Yeah.
How did you? I mean, what? I mean, the thing is, I was sit there and I was looking at that and I was thinking, you know what? You got Polka Dot Man. He started off. You know, he did what
he was
did.
the best. He
You
was.
know, I mean, towards the that last fight, you know, he came in, he did what he did, and boom, he was, you know, whatever happened to him happened. Then at that point, it was only left two people were the only two people involved in taking down Starro, knowing that there was still everybody else there. Like, how does that work?
Well, discount Squirrel Girl always wins. So
It's not just that, but think about it. I think the reason why, like the one thing with him, I love the most is the fact that every time he was having an episode, it was literally his mom on everyone, and it was so well done. And I think that James Gunn tried to push as far as he could, but he didn't want those fucking, excuse my French, the rears, you know, the ones that will go on everything, because they were like, well, why is that guy picking on that lady so much? Because he didn't understand the whole pretense of delivery of how abuse can both be from a parental figure, whether on the one side or another. And he delivered it well, but they didn't give enough to him. They fucked over Capaldi too. Let's not get into the fact that they fucked over the doctor.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw.
well, you know, I mean, the movie already had so many people in it, so
Right.
you know,
They
Not
made
everybody's
the
gonna get the
Thinker
screen time.
garbage.
mm-hmm.
The Thinker isn't garbage, especially an actor like Capaldi who has so much experience, especially when it comes to fucking Doctor Who and other things. They should have made the Thinker. Dude, they wasted him, and I think this
James Gunn
was bullshit.
knows how to make one type of movie. That's it. He knows how to do one thing. I think you got everyone on earth says it's better, you know, well, he knows how to make a shit ton of corny jokes, not take a movie seriously, and then do a bunch of action scenes. He just like Zack Snyder has a style and limitations and pros and cons. Same with James Gunn. I think this worked because the action scene you guys brought up the girls. I didn't even notice that live watching it, and then whether it was intersectional or not, that fucking Harley Quinn. If you consider that Harley Quinn massacre scene intersectional feminism, it's the best intersectional feminism
I can pull it up
action
right now
scene
for you if you
I've
want.
ever seen in my life. Because usually they're not that good.
It gave me
Well-
it feels the Boondock Saints, and I'll say it again. That one scene in the fucking jerk off booth where he's shooting all the guys.
Yeah,
Well, okay. I mean, I loved Guardians of the Galaxy too. I'm sorry. I mean, I thought that was really well done.
I hate
it was,
both of them.
It was on a much deeper level than the first one, and the first one was good too in its own way. But the second one was really a lot of I thought that was pretty sweet overall. I know you didn't like them, but still, that's Guardians 1 and 2 are my favorite Marvel movies aside from Infinity War and Endgame. So
Wow. But I'm not an Endgame guy.
Well,
either.
my thoughts are this, and take with these whatever you will. But it was incredibly frustrating to me the second time going through because I watched the film and I thought, the first time I was like, this is pretty good. It's okay. It's not great. But it's better than what we've seen about pretty much anything. But that doesn't make it, fantastic film. Because our bar has been set so low. Our expectations have been, eradicated by the industry. And what they have done, and this is actually an accurate word, they have decimated their audience. They have reduced it to every 10th man. And they've done that by the kind of storytelling that they're doing. And this was much more subtle, but we still had what 24/7 was getting at when he asked the question is that intersectionality. You have Harley Quinn, being a superhero somehow, which she's not. And flying in the air through the sphere and piercing the eyeball of Starro with the spear, right? And then you have, of course, Ratcatcher 2,
Right.
saving the day,
Right.
and the guys had their moments, but they weren't the big hero moments, and that was the whole point.
Right.
Forgetting one
Exactly.
thing here. We're forgetting one thing here. They're not
Go
heroes.
ahead.
No, but
Yeah.
Well,
you know what he means.
But they're
yeah,
they're
Yeah.
supposed to be.
No,
you know what?
Yeah,
You know
They're the
what?
reluctant hero. I'll give it the
Supposed to-
reluctant hero.
You know what? You know what?
Reluctant
Look, listen. Hold on. I'm sorry, everybody. Think about this: the Zack Snyder Justice League. When it came to the end, and you seen everybody's part in the last few minutes of the movie, when it came to Superman showing up and beating the shit out of Steppenwolf and burning off his half of his face with the heat vision and Aquaman whooping his ass, and then Wonder Woman doing her thing, and everybody had their part to play. Even with Cyborg and the Flash. The thing is, we didn't even get that kind of execution when it came to the Suicide Squad. It's like Polka Dot Man started it off when it came to Starro, and then boom, you saw what happened to him, and all of a sudden, it wasn't on Idris Elba and whoever else was left, and King Shark. It was all about what the women were doing.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't notice it live. Somebody brought up Ratcatcher really didn't do anything else the whole fucking movie besides sleep. But I will say this: never forget who knocked out Viola Davis. I don't know if it's like something like only a woman of color can only be knocked out by another woman of color or some shit. And she yelled at a white guy for no fucking reason right after.
Right.
So I did notice the little shit. So I mean. And like I said, I'm not. When I was watching the Harley Quinn scene, I'm like, "Is this intersectional?" Because it's fucking awesome. I mean, it's so violent. It worked. If this wasn't rated R, I would hate this movie.
There's something else we have to add,
Trash.
but there's something else
Go
we have to add with this. The thing with the whole fucking Ratcatcher too, and I think maybe you caught it, maybe you didn't. I think this was James Gunn a way of saying millennials to fuck off, and he was literally highlighting how fucking lazy they are, how they're always in fucking bed. They do the bare minimum when it comes to applying energy towards any type of fucking task, and that was the subtle message underneath. It might have been Ratcatcher 2 and yada yada yada, but at the same time, he was taking a punch at millennials.
Aren't you a millennial?
I've never given my age. Nice try.
I guess I
Okay,
said,
so
Liam. Millennials are. I mean, I agree. Listen, any criticism that people put forth towards millennials, I've been putting forth since I was like 5 because I recognized my generation was shit from the jump. So, like, I get it. I'm telling you, when I was 5, I'm like, these kids suck. So I'm not somebody. Oh, millennial. Like, yes, this generation is the laziest, worst generation because we're raised by all you prior generations. Gen X and Boomers, y'all fucked us up.
Yeah, I
but that's
agree.
neither here nor there. That's
Well,
neither here nor there.
vigilante passing the buck hour.
Nah,
But I'm just calling how I see. I owned it. I was
Again,
owning it. I owned the millennials being
Hey.
shitty, and because of the boomers, and the millennials are raising shitty ass kids too. We're shitty.
Now the question is, we have all these things out there where, like, let's look at Amazon for general. I know a lot of people are like, "Hey, Invincible's woke." Yeah, fuck off. It wasn't woke. It had little switches here and there, little the things, but it wasn't like in your face shit. There's a template already out there, yet they don't even seem to be like Gunn tried to put Deadpool and Guardians of the Galaxies in one movie. That's what Suicide Squad. We had the violence of
I
Deadpool,
disagree. That just
violence of
because.
Deadpool,
Mhm.
and the stupid music video fucking style where it came to like certain songs would play and they would do like this weird shit. You know what I mean? There was too much emphasis on that, but there wasn't really much any character development. It was all jokes. It was all insults. Smart ass.
Look at how many characters they had to deal with, though.
I understand that. That's not an excuse though. He chose to have that many characters.
That's
Half
how
of them
James
got killed
Gunn
off in the
does.
beginning. Yeah.
That's like, okay, again, I don't get why everyone loves Guardians. I wouldn't even consider him trying to do the Deadpool thing. He's always tried to do the Deadpool thing. This is what he does. This is that's his template.
Mm-hmm.
This is his template. All he did is just, now it's rated R, so I can show more blood. Like, but this is what he does. If anything, I was thinking, man, I wish Quentin Tarantino directed this movie. It'd be so much better. That's what I actually thought when I was watching.
Yeah,
I was like, you know what? He was supposed to really direct this movie, not James Gunn. Because James Gunn wishes he was. I don't think he wishes he was Deadpool. I think he wishes he was Tarantino, and he's so not.
No, that's Abrams. That's Abrams.
Well, let me ask you this: you think that Suicide Squad would have been done better if it was like more like a Reservoir Dogs?
Yep.
Yes.
Suicide Squad, directed by Quentin Tarantino. A toothless crack whore said, "Get me a chicken dinner."
There was literally templates out there, and they lazily don't do it. Gunn wants to keep to his format because it feels safe, and if he does it safe, it even might have come from the fucking studio themselves. They wanted it safe enough where they know they can make money, but they gave him just enough where he could have it his way, and I think it was in the half-assed in the middle. I didn't say it was a bad film. Half of it was good, and then you can tell what half was Gunn and what half was studio. Anyway, that's the way I'm looking. I didn't go with that.
I don't even know if studio begin. I have low expectations and low thoughts about James Gunn, but I don't see that. I see a normal James Gunn doing James Gunn shit. Right. I thought that he got more freedom. I thought they just let him do whatever.
And the violence, maybe, but
well, it's crazy because the way everybody's been looking at it is that basically James Gunn was able to do what he did just because of the struggles of David Ayer.
Mm-hmm.
Everything he went through with Warner Brothers, the failures of Suicide Squad or whatever. Yeah. When they had the chance to get James Gunn on board to basically fix the problems of what the first movie couldn't deliver on, then they basically put everything on him, like put all their eggs in one basket kind of deal. And now basically when what's crazy is the simple fact that this version of the Suicide Squad with James Gunn is basically a better movie, but the reality of it is the shitty ass David Ayer version of it is what brought in more money. So it's like, it's crazy how this movie cost less and underperformed. The other movie cost more, made more money, but it was a failure. And but that's really what it is. It's like this movie here is better than the first Suicide Squad. It costs less money to make it, but nobody turned out to watch it.
Okay.
And then the first one, it took more money to make it. It brought in more money, but it ended up being a failure right along with this one.
Let's put it this way. Do you think we're now, it's also due to the fact that we're at the tipping point of whatever James Gunn fucking shit that happened with James Gunn has an after effect, but we're at the point now where normies and everyone is just fucking sick of comic book movies.
Yeah, Isn't the Girl said that earlier in the chat, just done with them. And
I'm
this
watching
year,
anime now. I actually switched to anime, and I've been watching. I watched what was it? I watched Darwin's Game on Netflix, and I enjoyed that. I'm hoping there's a second season. I'm right now on episode 42 of fucking Black Clover, and I'm fucking loving it.
'Cause it's old.
oh, man.
It's not that it's old. It came out in 2020.
It's old though. Black Clover's been around for a few years. It is an
Yeah.
older anime by new anime
But
considerations.
Darwin's isn't. The same thing. There's still the Seven Deadly Sins and all that stuff.
Seven Deadly Sins has been around for a while.
I'm talking about release dates for new seasons. I know how long it's been out, but there's still new seasons. We have one this year.
No, I mean I was having this conversation with Vigilante Williamson before. It's like older anime stuff that was written before a certain time was good,
Right.
but unfortunately, a lot of the stuff that's coming out now is kind of oversaturated and formulaic and not so good.
And they're
So
coming
Demon
for
Slayer,
anime.
Goblin Slayer.
Oh, yeah.
No, they're trying
Well-
to come for anime. I think.
Well, they already
Uh,
have My Hero Academia. Don't they have a
Yeah.
insert character?
Yeah.
coming up.
There's yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hey, Goblin Slayer is
Sure
good. Don't
do.
say bad things about Goblin Slayer.
No,
Check it out.
not trying to say anything bad, but the thing is that there's certain elements creeping into, their lore. That's, fans of it. I'm not a fan, but what I do know is true fans of it is, they're up in arms, like what the hell's going on here?
Yeah,
And,
the English translation companies are injecting their own politics into the dialogue where it's not supposed to be, and they're literally changing the context of some of the conversations and the dialogues. And in fact, that's pissed off the Japanese to the point where Kadokawa Publishing has said, you know what? In order to stop this from happening anymore, we are going to do simultaneous American English releases and Japanese releases starting in December, November. And we're going to be doing all the translations in-house.
Didn't
man,
something like that
that's
happen with Dragon Ball?
But this has been happening for years. Like what you said about the, like
To where
translation?
when you sit there and you line up what the actual text, what the actual people are actually saying, and then you look at like the American version, it's like they're saying some really offbeat type shit compared to what it's actually supposed to be. What is actually supposed to be said.
That's why
And,
you put subtitles with the translations. Yes.
I always watch my anime in original Japanese with subtitles, and I know that makes me sound snobby, but the fact is, I understand just enough Japanese that I can tell whenever they're fucking up the dialogue.
Same thing. Before we get into this, I want to highlight one thing that Zach says. And Zach, I kind of agree with you. Like, I understand the complaints, but our woke readers are cranked. I don't have woke meter. That's the thing, though. I've able to. I don't look for woke. I know a lot that where that falls from. A lot of people automatically are tuned or trained to look for the woke. Their brains have been reset because of how everything seems to be coming out that way. I took myself out of that. I think some people, you have the ability to do that. You don't go with expectations. You don't look for one thing or another. You're looking at it from one point of view. This is a comic book movie. We're seeing some people we've actually seen before. We're seeing people play other people we haven't heard of, but we're going to get introduced to. It doesn't matter the film. The detachment of looking for those things that might trigger us is the reason why there's so much hate click content out everywhere. It's because we're in that cycle. If we break the cycle and more start breaking the cycle and start pointing out the good things and the bad, you're then becoming a Siskel and Ebert of your own identity. And I think we're not doing that anymore.
I'm not sure what that comment was in context. If it was for the ladies thing, me personally, I didn't see wokeness with this. Suicide Squad, like I said, I don't know. The one scene, Harley Quinn scene, I'm not sure if this is intersectional, but it's fucking awesome because it was just cool. There were some cool scenes.
Yeah.
But I don't think wokeness is a huge thing, even though 24 and apparently he wasn't the only one because T-shirt and Culture got it too, where I didn't, really peep that. Oh, it was the girls at the end, and part of it is just because James Gunn's style was so inferior. That was the biggest thing. It's just like, golly, James Gunn, you're not funny. You're not funny. Like I wish someone let him know, but everyone loves Guardians, and I'm like, oh my god, he's not funny, and that it's.
No,
If he were funny, I would like his movies, but he's not. He relies
Hey.
on his garbage sense of humor.
I didn't
It's
laugh at the
so-
toilet seat helmet. Didn't find that funny. The whole using the anus starfish fucking joke wasn't funny. But like he gave all the jokes, those weird jokes to Cena. It was really weird.
No, he gave all his jokes suck. and there was nothing
Yeah, they
but
did.
joke.
No,
Joke
I'm
after
kidding.
joke.
There was no funny parts in this. Like the only thing that, like,
There
actually,
was
that's not true. The
one
only thing that was
part I
funny
laughed.
was Polka Dot. Man. Every
mom
time he
thing
was
was-
having the mom thing was the best part. That was it. Because like
Yeah.
you're seeing like Starro looking like his mom, or everyone in the Suicide Squad
That
looking
was
like his
cool.
mom. I loved that because it was showing. Yeah, I like that part. Other than that, it was just like,
I think there was one line that somebody said that I chuckled at. But that's the thing. James Gunn, like, when I first saw Guardians, the movie I compared it to, ironically enough, was the first Deadpool. 'Cause I didn't see Guardians in theater, and I can't remember which order they came out on, but they both kind of had the same theory. Obviously, Deadpool was a rated R movie, but it was humor based. It was based upon the humor. It didn't take itself too seriously, and it was just like, man, this guy is not funny. I remember like when I saw the reaction for Guardians, I'm like, oh my god, everyone loves this thing, and I just could not. And mocking against it, the Joss Whedon stuff. Yeah, it's similar to that. It's similar to
everyone's
that,
trying to be a Buffy.
man. But even Whedon like is better. I'm not a Whedon guy either, but he's better. He doesn't overdo it like James Gunn. James Gunn, like the issue with this movie and his movies to me in general, and this one definitely, the first hour was all this. It's like almost if you're, and I'm sometimes this guy, so I'm not trying to talk shit, but sometimes you're hanging out with somebody and they can't go 5 seconds without cracking a joke out of everything, and it's like, we get it, just chill. Can we watch the fucking game? And that's what it feels like. Or can we do whatever the fuck we're doing? Do you have to crack a joke at everything?
It's like being at like a sports event and you got that fucking friend who always wants to do the wave or wants to start the wave with you and won't fucking stop tapping you or leaving you alone. You're like,
yeah,
fuck off.
Yeah, like you've been starting the. We're in the fourth quarter. You've been trying to start the wave every 2 or 3 minutes for 3 quarters. You got one going and it enabled you. You got one going after a 3-pointer or after a home run, and it enabled you to keep going. Hell, low spec, Linux laptop.
Yo, low spec. What's up? What?
And you're right, Zach. He does rely on the actor's charisma. Whether it was Chris Pratt, whether it was Cena, or he tries to make their they're charismatic enough to make me seem funny. Like, no, they're not.
Do you think he built the characters around the actor rather than built like the actors act as the characters?
I think he kind of built the because the Peacemaker was just John Cena.
Yeah,
it was. It really was. It was
just John Cena.
It was the Cena maker. That's all it was.
It was the same John Cena I'd seen for like 10 or 15 years in WWE. Only he could curse more. It was the same guy. He even did the 5-knuckle shuckle thing, messing with maybe that was the part I laughed. Oh, he did the 5-knuckle shuckle. I got it. It was a double entendre because he was fucking with Bloodsport, but he also did his little gimmick at the same time.
Right.
But it was, and Idris Elba was just Idris Elba. So I do think he just lets them go, and just he's like, or he creates.
I am waiting for the next article to be like, Crossbones or Bloodsport was definitely not the real Bloodsport. He did not have enough black friends in the Suicide Squad. I'm waiting for that.
yeah.
He didn't eat enough Caribbean food.
he did.
Enough Caribbean food.
Yeah, that was the thing they said about Luther. Idris Elba as Luther. It was ironically the BBC head of diversity said Luther, who was the character that Idris Elba played for a BBC show. I want to say the 2000s or 2010s, early 10s. And he wasn't black enough because he didn't have enough black friends or eat enough Caribbean food. These are her words.
Enough.
Wow.
Don't go wow. That's literally the same pretense of how it sounded. You're not eating enough of your own ethnic food. You're definitely not black enough. Like, fuck off.
Yeah, that's true. I don't eat enough Cuban and Mexican food, I guess. I don't know. Sorry.
How many tacos do you eat today?
Say what?
Have you ever ordered Uber Eats and then Uber Eats yells at you in an email going, why aren't you ordering Cuban food? What the fuck? Why aren't you having Hispanic food? Why is it McDonald's every night?
Actually, I had Chinese food earlier, so there I go. I'm culturally appropriating shit.
Yeah, that's the stupidity of time.
Hey, T-shirt, you Cuban?
Yeah, you know that.
Oh.
Do you got some Mexican chicken balls anywhere?
Do I what?
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're lost. Stay at home.
Are you being racist saying that we practice Santeria or something?
He's Canadian, of course he is.
Oh, okay.
Chris Pratt.
Just making sure.
Blunder.
Chris Pratt is pretty entertaining. Like I do get sort of why people like Guardians, but at the same time I don't because it's not funny. I do like Chris Pratt though. I like Chris Pratt.
He has no sense of humor.
He's charming. He's charming. Chris Pratt's
Vulture,
a charming
shut
guy.
up, man. You're talking way too much.
Yeah, but they put him in everything. Jurassic Park, Guardians, Tomorrow. They put his charming and everything, and it's just turning into the Chris Pratt show. Like, he's
It's
good.
difficult with you guys to get a lot in. I mean, I'm enjoying the conversation. I don't know that I could add a whole lot other than I thought it was pretty obvious, the direction that this film had gone. And why I was uncomfortable. I wouldn't say uncomfortable. I felt there was something off about the film after my first viewing.
Yep.
So the second time around, it was pretty easy to identify, that there was a little bit of the girl power stuff going on there. And again,
Well,
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's just that's also going to, when somebody brings that up, shows the examples of it, you're going to start to see more and more people realize that most of the shit they've watched in the last 6 years is full of this garbage.
Yeah, I remember distinctly the first time I ever caught that in a movie was Mad Max Fury Road. When I got to the end of the film and I'm going, God damn, that's a great film, but how come there was not so much Max in it?
yeah. And I still like that movie, even though
Yeah.
that's one. I know a lot of people have said it was Transporter 2. It was from like 2005, where this super skinny, maybe 98-pound girl beats the shit out of like a 250, 300-pound dude.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
That was like one of the. I think it's Transporter 2. I'm not sure.
I have to rewatch it.
But
Yeah,
it was like when she slams. It's been forever. It's been
Ooh,
forever, but I've heard people complain about it without actually checking it out myself.
but didn't it go as far as 4?
I don't
I think
know
they
how
went
many
to 3, and then they did the TV series.
Oh, okay. All right.
And then they did Crank, which was not a Transporter movie.
4.
That was funny.
And that went to 3, right?
They did more than one
Crank?
Crank.
They did
Yeah,
two
of
Cranks.
course. Yeah, there is. There's like I think it went up to 3. Crank did.
Whoa!
Nah, I think it's just 2. I think.
This is mind blowing.
Hold on, let's.
Wait. The diversity chief at BBC is black, isn't she?
Yeah, she's black. It was.
Yeah, she was. It was a black woman saying a black man is not black enough, and not doing enough black things, or have enough black friends for Luther.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
It's still racist. But Culture, real quick, I wanted to kind of. Somebody in the chat said something about having our woke goggles on. Do you think? Because I sometimes think we see shadows. Do
Yeah,
you think in this
I
case-
call them ghosts. I mean,
Go.
I've been saying, we've been, and that's the thing is, I've said that on streams. As I said, sometimes we're setting ourselves up to see ghosts. This is not one of those cases. You look at who the heroes of the film are, and primarily the one that was the least useful ended up being the one that saved the day. The girl that's the key to everything. And that's it's hard because you can tell a great story where you have a female heroine. It can be done. It's been done really well in there are many instances of it.
Beyond Flux.
Yeah,
But-
well,
but-
I mean, even the first Wonder Woman film, despite some intersectionalism in that, it wasn't based on that. There is good storytelling that revolves around a female character. Just
all the
there hasn't
Resident
been
Evil
any
movies.
recently. No, exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's just look. I mean, yeah, we can see ghosts for sure. There's no doubt about it. And I will often say, I don't know if this is woke or not. I don't know if this is intersectional or not, because I have been so conditioned now by the industry to not, and they're not conditioning me the right way. They're conditioning me to fucking hate everything that they do. That's the wrong
and I'm trying to
direction.
get out of that personally because it's killing my enjoyment of anything. That's
Well,
kind of why this movie is
back.
better because of how bad everything else is.
Go back in time, right? That's all I can tell
Yeah.
people. Dude, there are 60 years of cinema and
Oh.
television.
Yeah.
That's
But the
way
thing is-
better.
But the thing we got to learn here now is decondition yourself to look for woke.
Yes.
No.
That's the thing.
And I-
Yes. You should not be automatically going to a theater. Did you ever go to a Terminator when Terminator first released? Were you automatically going along to see where all the woke parts are? No, that mindset needs to die.
Yeah.
because you're already setting yourself up to fail and looking for ghosts, as culture says and other people have said. That's why you have to go in the movie, no expectations, and then base the decision on what you've watched, and then pick on what parts you liked and didn't like, and then see if those parts fall those categories. It's not checklisting them; it's making sure you're not jumping the gun. Yes, I meant that quote.
Look. I mean, I hear what you're saying, but the problem is, Steven, I'm not going to ignore the blatant stuff.
No, the blatant stuff is no, that's not what I'm saying. The blatant stuff is there; you'll see it. But when you're automatically trained to go into a show or movie automatically looking for woke or looking for intersectional rather than seeing if the show has any of it because you're seeing pretenses of it, it's a weird line. Like, yes, there's stuff that's going to be there. But if we're always going in thinking it's going to be there, then we're automatically going to be looking for it like a word search rather than seeing it as a film and then taking it apart to find the parts that are either woke, intersectional, or feminism or not feminine. That's the problem.
Mm-hmm. And here's another thing with this movie. I didn't do anything at the expense. Like, there was no like, oh, let's make fun of the straight white male. If anything, there was a couple of potential, paternal stories. The story of Ratcatcher 2 and her dad was a good dad story. You know what I mean? She had fond memories of her dad. That's why she was into the rats, because it reminded her of her father. And then there was even though they had a terrible, tumultuous relationship, Bloodsport and his daughter. It was like, they were trying to show some sort of
I didn't like that
paternal thing.
Fuck
and I mean, I'm not.
Fuck you and
I didn't like the beginning. That was
wild. What the fuck are we doing with this, man? I saw that shit. I said, man, if this ain't a way to be so fucking destructive, man, with a relationship, boy, they put that shit on camera, man. I thought that was shitty.
I didn't like that scene either.
Ooh.
I chalked it up to James Gunn just not knowing when to just let a scene go. So he has to be edgy and funny and shit. But at the end, it's like, oh, that's my dad. And you know what I mean? So they tried toward the end to have something. So I guess because there was no white male or male to look down upon, I didn't really see it. That's not to say that they didn't highlight to make sure that the women were the actual, the final blows to Starro, because they did. But it's like, I'm not going to count. There's other shit to count against this movie that isn't that to me is a bigger issue than that. But I mean, I guess I can't tell other people what to see or what to feel about certain scenes, or that they're wrong. I don't think you're necessarily wrong, but I guess it's just with me. It's like, I'm not even. It didn't even. If you guys didn't say it, I would have never thought about it.
Well, I was looking at it more from a team aspect of like, yo, this whole team is supposed to be taking this shit down. One dude tried, and we saw what happened to him. And then of course, King Shark jumped in there, but they fucking handled him real quick, so he wasn't even a factor. And then who else was left? Harley and old girl. So it's like, all right, well, fuck. What that means that even Idris Elba and whoever the fuck else, they didn't matter because they had no part in what the fuck was happening with Starro, man. At that point,
at the end, but I'm kind of with Zach's, man. The guys got him there. They wouldn't even been in that position if not for Idris Elba and everyone else. I'm like, like they can have the last blows. And what I'm Polka Dot Man, what I mean?
Harley
everybody else at the table
captured too. So they actually set that. That's the funny part. Harley was captured. They changed the planes to go rescue her, and she actually saved herself by the time she was climbing the wall, which was good.
That scene was so cool. That's probably the most intersectional thing that I would say I kind of thought in the movie, but it was so well done. Like, man, we're just not going to get that many action scenes as good, so I'll allow it.
Yeah, I didn't. I thought it was cool. Yeah, it was just the ending, man. I didn't have no problem with Harley having her moment or whatever, because we if you know anything about Harley Quinn, then I've seen her even in comic books take on groups of people by herself and fucking take them down. So what would that, would that be any different than her doing it in this movie when I've seen it done countless times in comic books? Nah, it's the same shit. But like I said, the ending part when it's supposed to be. This Starro is what it is, man, and fuck, it took, the start of one guy and then the two chicks and then nobody else takes I don't know, man. Nobody else has a role, and yeah, you're all right. You know, they got him there, but
King Shark should have did more against Starro. I would say that much. That's the guy. It was kind of weird that he didn't do that enough.
I did enjoy King Shark's moment in the aquarium with those weird fucking jellyfish jube.
Yeah, that
things.
was cool.
Like they what they were trying to do is not just dumb down King Shark. They're also trying to make him like the next Baby Yoda in a way. I'm not saying it is Baby Yoda.
Or Groot.
I'm talking about
whatever.
from
Yeah.
the
Groot.
cute delivery aspect. Maybe
Yeah,
Groot,
Baby Yoda,
but
Groot.
that would be Baby Groot. They were trying to make a
Yep.
shark baby king, like Baby Shark. Do. That's pretty much what they were going with, except he eats people.
I
yeah,
agree.
with that.
he's you know, he has the potential to be fucking murderous as shit and devour whatever, but you know, they tamed him down, you know, made him likable, and
Yeah.
you know, can we be friends and all this other? Yeah, okay, all right,
Yeah.
well,
The
yeah, man. I mean,
friendship
that's
bothered-
cool. I had no issues with that, man.
The friendship bothered me to a little bit because it literally was like, if you don't have friends, it's okay to eat people. That just makes like, hey, cannibals, you now have an out. Take it, fucking take it.
I didn't read
I mean,
that
it didn't
into it,
last.
but
That's a joke.
Whoa, thank you for letting us know because otherwise no one would have guessed.
Well, I'm just
So,
so
like,
like in
with
that
the-
second person, but you know I have no friends, so
Enjoy your meal. So, no, that was
Sorry.
actually a joke. That's the
I
difference.
know, I didn't enjoy it.
But with King Shark, I actually kind of liked it because like it starts off where just every character is a fucking brutal sociopath, and it's just like
Mhm.
goodness. And so when he finally has this like, yeah, he's Lenny from Mice of Men or whatever, but it's like cool to have some character with some heart and emotion and a humanity, because fucking Amanda Waller is threatening to murder teenagers. It's just, you see a bunch of people die off rip, but it's just like, come on, can we have any humanity? So by the time King Shark is doing his Baby Groot, Baby Yoda thing, I'm like, cool, at least there's some humanity happening.
Speaking of that, was it odd seeing the other black woman smack the other black woman with the golf club, and it was like,
Yeah, because actually, I think that shit was planned, man. I don't
Only a
you know, it wasn't like a random, because anybody could have hit her up inside her fucking head, but you saw who stepped up. So the thing is, if there's gonna be so basically, if there's any backlash, it'll be black on black crime. So
yeah. But even that character that did that beforehand, she was unfazed. It came out of nowhere because she didn't seem phased before that point. Like you would have thought it would have been a bigger guy. Because he was the one who was most taken back by how ruthless Waller was. And when it was brought up to her, like, hey, they almost killed this teenager. She threatened to kill this Bloodsport's daughter. She was just like, eh. So she didn't even tease that she would give a fuck until that moment. But yeah, I definitely think, they have a strong black woman. Only a strong black woman can stop a strong black woman. There was definitely some element of that going.
only a ninja can kill a ninja.
Yeah, something like that. That's exactly what it's like.
Oh shit, yeah, that's some good shit.
You guys did watch those ninja movies back in the 80s, right?
Yep.
Hey.
American Ninja. Yeah.
Yep.
You fucking
Revenge
Lee Van
the
Cleef,
Ninja.
the ninja. Come
Enter
on.
the Ninja,
You
Ninja 3, the
remember
Domination.
when Lee Van Cleef was a ninja?
Yeah,
Oh,
The
that
Master.
shit, boy, I would watch that shit now. I wish I could. Boy.
because it was good.
Oh, it was good as fuck, man. I mean, we love Lee Van Cleef, man. Like, damn, they don't make him like that anymore, man.
No, they don't. Now it would be like culturally appropriating. We can't
Which is
have.
ridiculous.
We can't even call it martial arts anymore.
Okay,
Racist.
that's another thing. Because they did this thing with the fucking Snake Eyes, which I still haven't seen. I may check out.
I
But
got
like
you.
to me, it was more racist to make them Asian. One, if you had to pick martial arts and associate with a race in 2021, when we are in a post MMA world, it will be a Brazilian doing Brazilian jiu-jitsu, because
Yeah.
clearly that is the best martial art all around. Unless you're like Khabib, because he does sambo. But like unless you're training to wrestle bears at 7, outside of that, the average person, if you say, hey, I need to learn a martial art so I can be able to fight, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu would be the first one. So it doesn't even make sense from a legitimate martial arts standpoint that every martial artist has to be an Asian doing karate, because it's like that doesn't even, it's not the most effective martial art. Secondly, again, it's more racist to have somebody like, okay, we have the like only Asians can do martial arts. That seems very racist.
Did anyone
is
tell
racist.
Chuck Norris that?
Anyone tell every MMA fighter that of all races
Yeah.
who are all fighting like mixed martial arts?
What
It's-
about the
it's-
Power
it's-
Rangers? Because we know they're all not all Asian.
Yeah,
They are in Japan, but not in the U.S.
in the U.S. But they're not the power. What do they call in Japan?
Sentai.
Sentai.
Is it Sentai? Not hentai, Sentai.
Wow. It was 24 like they called them porn rangers. What the fuck?
Nah, you guys are funny, man. Nah, I'm cool. I'm good.
So, yeah, Super Sentai, I think it's called. There you go. Thank you.
Super
Stay at home
Sentai. There you
podcast.
go. Stay at home podcast.
Hey,
Yeah, appreciate you, man.
Yeah, Snake Eyes should have been John Jones or should have been Anderson Silva. You know what I mean? It should be, or I mean GSP. But I mean that's another thing. Martial artists, like if it's so dependent on that individual and how much they've trained and their athletic ability. It's like we don't live in this world where, you know, it was like the 70s or 80s. We bringing up the ninja movies. Martial arts were still solidly big in the post Bruce Lee world here, but like we didn't know what was most effective. People were doing taekwondo and thought, "Oh, I could fight a boxer." Like, no, you fucking can't. But they didn't know because we didn't have MMA. We didn't. I mean, if there was some underground shit. But until the 90s, until Pancrase, and then obviously UFC and all this other shit, there was no way of knowing which martial art would work or people combining them into actual competition. So like we had this archaic view of martial arts where everyone knew karate, and that was the most dangerous thing. It's like that's not even legit. And yeah, but even Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu obviously is something introduced by Japan. It also shows that, you know, a lot of martial arts nowadays are hybrid of other martial arts or
Right.
learned or have techniques
Yeah.
from one that transfer to another. It's kind of like it's very non-racial, in this day and age at least, non-racial and non-national or non-nationality as far as martial arts. It's just like, hey, somebody wants to be a martial artist and they take the time and they put the training in, regardless of where they're from, they can be one. So to like have to typecast them as Asians seems silly. It seems like archaic. Like, what are you doing? Like a kid today won't even get the stereotype.
Covert agents are taught how to fight in the same methods that they're going to be in the area to cover that they're gonna be, you know, embedded in. So they learn the fighting styles of. They learn the fighting styles of the local communities that they're going to be around. So if you're going to be for some reason in Israel, you'll learn Krav Maga. If
Krav
you're
Maga, right.
Yeah, if you know, if you're going to be in South America, you'll learn a couple of different disciplines, including
Muay Thai.
Muay Thai.
Muay
Usually it's
Thai,
South
yeah.
America,
Yeah.
South Asia, but you're probably
Yeah.
learning Muay Thai.
Well, but you'll learn Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah,
Yeah,
jiu-jitsu,
my
right.
tongue got tied. But hey, I have something. I now have a sample of 24/7 that I might use on my streams now. Check this out.
Well, I'm good.
Did you ask
Well,
permission?
I'm good. Well, I'm good.
See?
Yeah. Look at you getting your Kanye on sampling.
That's
everything.
right, man. Look. It's a lot of fun. I'm like I said, this new setup's sweet.
I'm
No,
good.
I didn't mean to derail it. I'm
Yeah, you
having
didn't do it.
Yeah, I'm having a blast listening to you guys talk about this stuff. It's because this is always a fun debate because you know you're trying to understand where these space aliens are coming from, and it's really hard. I mean, because they have no sense of logic. They you know, movies, we complain about their lack of internal logic, right? You know, and consistency and things like that. You know, all the different places and times that they take you out of the movie. Like, that's the thing that always pisses me off is I'll be invested in a movie and then they'll do something that just absolutely fucks it. You know, and that's great and all. You know, if somebody enjoys that or they don't notice it or whatever, that's on them. I mean, I try not to yuck people's yums. I always say that.
Right.
But trying to have a discussion where there is no logic, like the rules change daily, yeah, then first of all, your philosophy holds no water at the very beginning. If you don't have consistency, if your ideology can't be pinned down day to day, you don't have an ideology.
It's going to keep moving the goalposts.
Yeah,
Right.
And so you don't have a moral compass at that point. It was probably be the better way to describe it.
standards.
Well, standards, moral compass, all those things. Because look, every day they're moving the goalpost on what's acceptable. As far as behavior in public or even in privacy. You
Pronouns.
have and you have the circumstances that happen to children that if you're an elected official, you're getting leniency for. And if there's all this kinds of stuff that happens on a daily basis, and you're like, you people are aligning with just the absolute, bottom of the barrel of humanity. And you're like, well, you have to accept them. I'm like, no, I really don't. In fact, I'm done accepting things. We were at a point of intolerance in this country that we'd never had before. We had a level of pluralism and unity that it took us the better part of 40 years to get to. And in less than, I don't know, 8-9 years, they
18
completely,
months.
they really fucked it then. But it's been a longer drive than that. Because remember, all this Antifa baloney sausage started to happen around, the 2016 period of time, and even a little before that. And again, it's all driven for political things. So people will actually believe that any of these movements are in support of anything legitimate. They're just not paying attention. Patrisse Cullors is one of the wealthiest women in the country right now. She has a first look deal with Warner Media worth a couple $100 million.
Oh, she didn't sell out BLM.
Is that the black?
Yeah.
Mansion?
Yeah.
And here's the thing. You can't trace $1. They have not been able to, elucidate for anyone what they've actually been able to do with the collection
Including
of all those
BLM
funds.
themselves, by the way. They won't tell them.
Yeah. And so, you have people that are, integral in their group that they just don't, they won't even tell them any of that stuff. So you got people leaving the group because they're like, I haven't seen $1 of this change anybody's lives, which is the whole reason I got in this game.
It changed her life. That was the whole point.
Yeah.
Well, it worked out well for her and her other co-founder.
Cream.
Yeah.
That's the
It's
whole
just-
point.
It's just and look, I'm not going to throw just them because Antifa
No, it's not.
culpable.
I wanted to add to that culture.
Yeah.
That's okay. What you're saying is true because it's the same with it. What she did was she went full politician. It's the way politicians have been acting when they try to highlight whether it's disabled enough or disabled month or gay pride or if it's Black History Month or Women's Day or Man's Day or Veterans. It's all the same thing. They use that type of minority, that group of people for the set amount of time it's going for as a fucking billboard while they try to align themselves as either with clout, people see them in a different window, or down the road it will get them a monetary gain or a political gain. That's all it is. And that's what she did. She got into BLM, she monetized the fuck out of it for herself, and no receipts. It's like when people use disabled people and say, hey, wear this t-shirt because you'll help support disabled people. No one sees the fucking money behind one of those t-shirts. Just because you're wearing the fucking color red doesn't mean I'm going to start walking tomorrow. Fuck off. It's the same shit. Except this person got out like DB Cooper. She got out like DB Cooper. She did. She DB Coopered BLM, pretty much.
Anyway. Regardless, it's
Sorry.
pretty disgusting. No, and your assessment is pretty good there, Stephen. But it's just, I'm frustrated with this in entertainment. I'm frustrated in it with it in this culture in the United States because the vast majority of people, and when I say that, I mean 60% or more of the people in this country, don't let any of this hold water in their lives. And yet they're subjected to it on a daily basis, by the powers that be, by this infinitesimally small fraction of people in this country. And the thing is they're like, they put themselves in that position, and the people that are funding them want them in that position. It's a trash fire. Again, I feel sorry for parents right now bringing up their children, trying to like stem the tide of this bullshit in their household. So
It's a horrible time to bring kids into this world. I hate to sound so fucking empty about it, but
well, I think you
because that's the thing. We're even at this point now where even if you brought kids into this world, how do you know you're even going to be able to parent them when they're not at home? They're not at school. That's the other scary factor. Is with the way schools are, colleges. I'm using that loosely. Universities don't fucking need those no more. The only place safe is trade, because when you go off to work and you don't know what your nanny is going to be like, you don't know what the daycare is going to be like. We don't know how far this is going to stem in when it comes to like any of these weird things, and it's going to make it seem like you're only parenting half-assed because you don't know what's being taught at school when you're not there, and you can't keep 24/7 supervision over your kid because then it closes them off from reality. So it sucks for the parent even more because it feels like you're taking away freedoms because your freedoms are being taken away to being a functional parent. I'm sorry, I'm gonna stop talking serious. Everyone goes silent when I.
No, you're good, man.
But anyway. It is frustrating, and again, I mean, it's not just those two organizations. I mean, we're fighting the mainstream media.
No.
We're fighting local media. We're fighting, we're fighting each other sometimes, which I think is dumb. I have no time for drama, so
Same here.
don't drag me into that. But it's just we need unity more than ever, and it's not being easy to come by. Let's put it that way.
No, I want that fuck out of Canada, and I don't even know where to fucking go after this.
Well,
out.
there's like I mean, there are a bunch of states now that are passing a lot of this anti-woke garbage, legislation. Here in the States, you have a lot of parents that are finally going to the school board meetings and pitching a fit, but
Right.
it still isn't resolving the issues. But
The thing
it
is,
yeah.
No, you're right, Culture. I agree with all you're saying. It's just, I want out of here. I'm already planning on my future where I'm going to move to, whatever my dad and if and when he does pass, because I can't leave him now. My brothers don't do shit. They're in that mentality. They only care about themselves. They're only selfish about their own selves. They'll do the bare minimum from caring, but they want to know everything that's going on. But if they know everything that's going on and they have to do something, it's like pulling fucking teeth. But they're the first ones to get fucking angry at you and throw fucking stones when fucking something bad happens. It's everywhere like that. Am I going off subject again? Maybe
You're fine.
But it's just, I feel like it's not just we're trapped, but the window for finding places to get out of those trapped areas are slowly shutting over time. Yeah, am I the only one who thinks this, or is everyone just to their own way? I don't
I think you got it, man. I mean, what do you want me to say?
I don't ever want you to know. I want to know if I make sense, because I don't sometimes understand the words coming out of my mouth. Most people don't.
Oh, excellent.
Nah, we understand where you're coming from, man.
It's like being stuck between a responsibility, a communist place, and selfishness. Because at the end of the day, you have to live your life and do what you want to do. But at the same time, how far can your selfishness go if you're going to lose the people around you that are close to you? It's fucking mind-boggling. That's why I had to turn off the news. I don't watch the news anymore. I don't even turn on the weather. I can't do it. And people are like spouting about how Canada's bad as this, Canada bad as that. Like I can't pay attention no more. I can't wake up feeling angry or in dread or realizing something's going to come on the cusp. It's like the way when I go to YouTube, I turn on some anime, I work on the thumbnail, I get ready for the morning show, and I escape. I can't handle reality, and I'm tired of this reality of trying to be infused in any type of escapism that's left. That's not how Hollywood was, I guess, or maybe it was, I'm just not seeing it. Film, comics, we weren't supposed to be subjected to reality in forms of escapism, which inspires imagination, creativity, the individual thought, the process of making something and creating a new universe. And it's like...
There's nobody creative working on it.
There's no creative thinking.
Nope.
You're lucky, Pat. Mine do the bare minimum and don't even give a fuck even having a conversation. When my dad was in the hospital, it took him about a week just to pick up 5 shirts for my dad that he was supposed to pick up days ago. he would send his girlfriend up because he didn't want to come upstairs because he wanted to have a conversation with her. Oh, I don't know what the fuck the problem was. And he would argue. He was the only one that was driving, the only one in the area. And this selfish mentality of doing just so much that you seem like you're helping, it's everywhere. I'm getting off subject. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Everyone's depressed now. Penis joke. I don't think anyone's ever talked about the reality of this stuff.
We all kind of deal with it in our own way, dude.
I know. I'm sorry about that, guys.
You're good, man. You're good. You got tell your truth. And it's not just your truth.
It's not my truth. It's my reality.
Yeah.
I'm tired of being the
that's
adult.
kind of, you know why I'm kind of silent. I kind of don't like, as much as I've talked about it, like when the conversation went political, I'm just like, all right, you guys can handle it from here. I know I kind of, I still talk about it on my channel from time to time, but I'm the world is getting so bleak. It's like, I don't even know what y'all want me to say that y'all don't already know. So my whole thing is, let's try to provide some entertainment, and let's try to provide that escape that we're not going to get from Hollywood. And you can only escape so much if you're always complaining about the same things or always talking about the same things.
Well, that's one of the reasons why, even on my channel, I've moved away from just all the negative shit. I mean, it's like, and I think that whole Masters of the Universe Revelations thing blew it up for me, because the week before my show was supposed to go on, because it was it's at the end of the week, Masters of the Universe Revelation came out, and I was just inundated for the entire week with rant after rant after rant by all the different channels, all of our favorite guys.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, that's why we. That's yeah.
And that's the thing,
honestly,
man.
We had the best conversation about it because we were talking about the same thing you're talking about. Like, okay, at what point are you starting to become, not dying in here on seeing yourself become a villain, where you guys are basically marketing the show for it? And shout out to Fat Steven. You can check out a couple weeks on this channel. The second episode was a couple weeks ago, or whatever was the second episode of the Primetime Kings. I said the third earlier. I think this is the fourth.
Yeah, it's the fourth. Yeah,
it's the fourth. Look at me. We're a month in. So yeah, if you check out the second episode of Primetime Kings, we talk about what T-Shirt Historian is talking about. It's like, man, the rage bait isn't doing any better. I think I'm not the only one. Like sometimes certain subjects go too hard. You guys almost turned Gina Carano heel for how much effusive love. It's like, okay, this is getting Roman Reigns effect. Like
it's even, but when the whole He-Man thing happened, that's why when the first 5 episodes dropped, I tried not to go in from a hate perspective. I did it right away when it was fresh in my mind. I didn't talk about the woke shit. I talked about the amount of violence, the amount of just watching the amount of death that was going on in a cartoon in 5 episodes. It was just, and the characters didn't match the characters that were there before. There was detachment for me, more or less. Maybe I'm wrong. Then when we covered the whole Smodcast with everyone saw that we did 2 days. It took us to do the Smodcast. We covered that live twice, and we weren't trying to make hate videos. Yeah, we added satire, and we needed to make light of it because there was more than just hating on it for the sake of hating on it. And
I didn't make any He-Man videos on my channel for that very reason. I don't want, I'm not going to be a hater.
Yeah, we
talked about
it. We talked about it briefly as it was going into Masters of the Universe Revelation.
Right.
But by that point, everybody already knew what kind of show it was going to be and the kind of crap was going on. I mean, it had been well established what was going to happen. So by the time it did finally drop, it's like we didn't bother to mention it on the show anymore. I'm kind of like, you know what? Let's not. Let's focus on positive things, because there is good stuff out there.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
A week or two ago, I did an interview with Troy Torres. This is a guy who's created the Juanpool comic as an indie comic creator, and it's good. And there's lots of other good stuff out there. There are comic book creators who are working, they're independent. You need to check out their stuff because it's good. It's enjoyable. Yeah. You'll get the experience you used to reading comic books, because they're not going to preach at you. They're just going to tell you a funny story, a good story, or whatever. And, Mandy Summers, she has some good ones too. That Jack the Ripper versus vampire stuff. Man, that looks awesome.
Yeah, matter of
Vinny
fact,
Art is another guy in the community. He's has a bunch of projects. Check him out as well.
Yeah. So
Who's that?
there's
Vinny Art.
Vinny
He's
Art,
he has had quite a few Indiegogos. I think he's on his 6th one, I believe.
wow. Okay.
He also used to design the McFarlane medieval toys for Spawn.
Yep, he did. He did.
Yeah,
So he's
look at-
you know, that's a lot of talent in the community that I think. And not to cut you off, I'll let you talk. But I just wanted to say this one thing: to go in the Masters of the Universe thing. I said this, and I'm as guilty as ever. We have to champion the good stuff as much, if not more, than call out the bad. Because that's if your goal is to save pop culture, you gotta let the new shine and make sure there's. I think some people have the goal of saving specific franchises, which is not my goal. They're left for dead. They can come back a later time, but like my goal is to make sure we remember the good, that there is good. That's why I even do positive news at the end of my streams. You got to remember, like, oh, there's good stuff. There's good television. There's good animated stuff. There's something that you haven't seen, whether it's something that went under the radar or something that's old that you can watch. Tomorrow, I'm going to be streaming with Nick Weiser, and we're going to be talking about the movie The Rock, not Dwayne Johnson, but the Sean Connery.
Sean Connery. Yeah.
So and I saw it back in the day. Maybe you didn't. Maybe that's something you should check out.
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
And there's good stuff here in our own community too. Look at Bruce Lombardo is talking about his Heartbreaker TTRPG. That's awesome. I work with Grim. Grim has got a new project on Indiegogo. I work with people who are creatives and put out creative stuff. And I like to shine on those people. I've had several RPG makers and stuff on our Tuesday shows. I want to highlight the good things that you can still get and enjoy. I want to avoid so much of the mainstream because I feel like the mainstream is a lost cause at this point.
Right.
So go to the independent stuff. Always go to the independent stuff. Check out what the little guys are making. Champion the small presses. Champion the little guys who are making content. On YouTube, if you're not checking out the small channels, check out stuff like Dust. That is some great sci-fi entertainment every week for free. There's good stuff out there.
Check out the Babylon 5 show every Mondays, or We've Got This Buttered every Wednesdays, or watch me yell at 12-year-olds in Fortnite and Call of Duty. Come on down.
Pimp out your channels.
Can you play this quickly? 24, I think this will sum up mainstream media pretty much.
Culture Casino had never played Dark Souls until somebody pushed him into it, and now he's fighting his way through it.
Yes, Yellow Flash said, "Hey, kid, torture yourself with this." I'm like, "Thanks."
I'll give Zach's credit. Zach's that's awesome. The fact that your class stood up for them, because even teachers are getting out of line, and I'm glad that your class stood up with the teenager there. I just think we need to focus on, if the current stuff's pissing us off so much, yes, acknowledge it, but don't monetize the fuck out of it where it becomes an advertising campaign. And that's the other thing I wanted to add with this is like even when we are trying to do our stuff and we're not becoming like the hate content, we're trying not to say that the hateful media is throwing down our throat. You also got to protect not only yourselves, your friends, your neighbors, your own channel, because you're going to eventually see that the people that have already been warped like this will try to take what left of the stuff you've worked for hard, that you're proud of, that makes you happy. They'll try to take that away from you too. Your own neighbor can try to do that, and it's fucked up. Like people like Bruce that I've gotten to know, he's a great dude. He invited me on to talk. He invited me on to talk to his D&D crew. Is like his role playing game. I had a blast. It's getting to know people. Mackie, everyone we've met, I don't regret. Well, couple.
See, I didn't even know Bruce was involved with TTRPG stuff. We should have been talking to him a long time ago.
Yeah,
I told you twice.
Did you?
Yeah. It's okay. Don't listen.
I don't listen to you.
The funny thing is Bruce has been around on YouTube, if I'm not mistaken, for about a decade.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no bullshit. You can ask him right now. He's in the chat. He's been around for a while, and I'm fortunate enough to to have met him. And Bruce, the thing is he's, he does his own thing, and he's been doing it for a while. And shouts out Bruce Lombardo. Yeah, I mean, all you need to do is just get a chance to just talk to him, and he's always open, and you can catch him a lot on Sundays, and he'll let you know. Founded in 2009. Wow. Yeah. So he's over a decade. He's been on YouTube, and and from what he's told me, it's basically he's been doing the same thing. Basically sticking to his guns, showing off what he loves, what he likes, and we need to, actually, it'd be good to see a lot more of that. There's a lot of people in our fandom that are very creative. I mean, dude, I look, listen, I've said this many times. I said, you know what? For all the, with the fandom or anything that you love, you always have to accept the bad with the good.
Yep. Nothing's ever
perfect. Always. And you know what? When it comes to our family and all the people that we're surrounded with, the good always outweighs the bad. No matter, if the Zack Snyder's in the world and all the other fuck faces try to come in and do their worst, fuck them. We are who we are, and we've been who we are before any of the fuck faces try to show up and try to, paint a bad picture of who we are as a whole.
Yep.
And the thing is, we're a group of amazing individuals, and I know, me. I'm sitting here and I've been a part of what we have here for the last 4 years. And I've seen a lot of crazy shit.
Fucked up shit.
No, but yeah, I've seen a lot of bad shit too. But the thing is, I'm talking about within us, I've seen a lot of great things happen.
Yeah.
And the thing is like I've told folks, if there's a hill that I'm gonna die on, I'd rather die on this one, because the thing is, whatever happens bad, whatever happens good, I know that I'm always gonna be surrounded by great people, and I know we have our moments, but you know what? There's a lot of things that outshine our bad points. There's a lot of good things that I can sit there and say, hey, you know what? We came together on this. We came together on that. I've seen us do this. I'm talking about us as a whole. Man, like I say, we're, amongst like the people in the chat, people on the panel, and everybody that we're all connected to, like the Midnight's Edge and Doomcocks and the FNTs and everything else, all the subscribers, all the content creators, all the channels that have came up, the shows that have came and gone, the things that have brought us to this point. We're talking, what was going on when EVS was with Geeks and Gamers, and everybody was doing the shows on Tuesdays. The High Council. From those times to the Inquisitions, to the Friday Night Tights, and all the other shows that everybody's done in between to try to bring us together. There's always been just an outpouring of love from our I like to look at us as a family of friends, and I mean it's always just been. It's been more than what I can, like I say, it's, and even, from where I've been at this point, there's been a lot of people to look up to say, you know what, when I could say with everybody here on the panel, I've seen everybody do a lot of great shit. I've seen you guys on panels with people that when I've seen you guys, T-shirt and Culture Casino and Steve and Vigilante. I've seen folks on panels with a lot of great people, and all I was doing was like, yeah, that's my man. Look at him. And I was sitting there pumped. telling family, look, that's Culture Casino. He's doing, he's there talking to this person, and look at Vigilante. He's with this person, and I'm like, look at Steve. Him and Lorena. They're talking to this individual, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, look. And the thing is, it's like, the thing that's enjoyable is to see everybody grow.
Yeah.
Dude,
And-
the episode we had with Chuck Dixon was fantastic because we
Oh,
changed
man.
the round table that night. We let the chat just ask questions, the panel ask questions. A lot of people, they never get a chance that, like, I will never forget that. And we've had a lot of those things coming out, and there's a lot more to come.
Yeah.
Like, I'll say one thing, as much as you're right, you're totally fucking right. We have grown together in a lot of ways just by meeting each other and giving each other a chance. Whether it's like what we're doing now with just 5 people on a panel, or whoever everybody's in the chat. This is the social interaction why I came to YouTube. I like talking to people. I like to get to know people. I like sharing laughs. I like sharing seriousness.
Right.
It's fantastic.
I like posting pictures of Steven Seagal eating carrots on your
That's
Twitter.
great. but the thing that bothers me, and that's hilarious. The thing I can't grasp my head around is that if we're doing so many fantastic things and we all are in the same, let's say, wave pool, the waiting pool, right? Waiting for the next wave to come with our with our little water wings on and shit. Why is there always the ones in the same pool trying to destroy that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that bothers me. People that have numerous things already, that they're whether their real life is perfect, but yet their online life is not what they expect, or their online life is better, but their real life sucks. They try to hurt or take away or manipulate or hide behind these symbols, these words, and cause more damage.
Yeah.
Based off their selfish entitlement, rather than just let things lie, change yourself. Don't try to that's the wrong word. Don't try to change or personify another individual as something they're not, to feel like you're the representation of good.
Some people are going to make villains out of other people no matter what they do. And remember, you're always a villain in somebody's story. So.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm tired of being the villain of people's stories.
Okay. Well,
I think a
then
lot of
don't-
us are. No, but that's just a culture. Don't be. Yeah, I can be me. Any of us can be us. But there's always the ones that are right there on our doorstep, making us look like a villain or trying to portray the villain tactics. And it's like I said to Zach in the chat, it's becoming a battlefield to breathe. And it shouldn't be like that. I want to wake up, be able to message you and call you my brother, or call you my sister, or call you my friend. That's all I've learned. I lived a life of solitude most of my life. This is fantastic. So if people know this and I cherish that, and or anyone knows what you cherish online and why you do it, why are they trying to take it away from you? Why is it that you give them a chance and they are literally vicariously trying to hurt you and not even realizing that they're hurting you, thinking they're doing a good deed? Why are these people not getting the hint that maybe the problem isn't the person you're pointing the finger at?
Because it's
the
easier
person
to
that's pointing the
change
fucking finger.
it's easier to change the focus and shift it onto somebody else instead of themselves.
Yeah, but that's a lie.
Easier to
though.
try to change somebody else
Lies-
than yourself.
That's not true.
No, that's in their perception it is. Because it's easier to criticize somebody else than to point the finger at yourself and say, hey, you know what? Maybe my point of view is fucked up and I need to do something about it and I need to fix shit
Yeah.
in my life before I go accusing this other guy of how fucked up his shit is.
I just don't get it, because I've seen a lot of my friends getting attacked or getting criticized or whisper networks when they're all by the same people that are against whisper networks, and it's just, it's like you forgot why you came on YouTube to begin with, or why you went on Twitch to begin with, or why you wanted to make a podcast or start a pop culture or news article site, or just live.
Well, here's where I will slightly push back. I don't think everybody came to YouTube for the same reasons.
You know, no, I'm saying, but they all came for a reason that was meaning enough for them. So why is it
But I mean,
just living that
some-
reason?
Yeah, I know.
Like you guys are talking about something period. Like some people, that was their goal was clout. Even me, my reason really wasn't clout, was just for something to take my mind off of the day and just something to kind of express myself. That was my main goal. I didn't expect to meet anybody. It was cool. It's been incredible. And in some cases,
wait, you came to a platform with billions of channels to not meet anyone?
this is this is uncommon, this community, right? That's not how the rest of YouTube works.
I know.
The rest of YouTube are individual channels that grow. Like we all have channels and do things, but that's the exception, not the rule. So I came here just thinking I'll just toss out and just do some wacky shit, put on the mask and talk shit and just express how I feel. I didn't necessarily expect to meet and interact with people that just were like, wow, this is crazy. This the whole community. I mean, listen, I didn't even know a lot of the people who were super chatting, like Culture Casino and Mexican Iron Man and Fat Steven Seagal, all had channels until I started doing a channel. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, there's all these other channels and there's Loki. And then it was like, wow, this is a whole thing. But that wasn't it just happened to go that way, even for myself. And some people came here just for the clout or the money or the whatever. And so that's the thing.
Maybe I'm just I try too hard to understand why people would go out of their way.
I came to YouTube because you invited me, and since I've been here, one of my main things on YouTube is to hang out and have conversations with the other cool YouTubers that I've been watching for a few years now. And for me, that's kind of a personal bucket list thing. I don't think that makes me a clout chaser because, I'm not trying to rope, big name YouTubers to my channel in order to get clicks and views and subs. I mean, that's a side benefit. Okay. But mostly I want to have conversations with these awesome people. I wanted to have a conversation with you, Steve. I wanted to talk to Vigilante Williamson for the longest time. 24/7 Culture Casino.
Right.
Why? Because I like you. Because you're cool. Because I watch you on YouTube and I'm like, man, he's cool. I bet he'd be fun to rap with. And I got to, and I'm happy. And I'm happy. Just keep doing that. I got to talk to Andre about Conan for 2 hours. That was a fucking highlight of my life, man. And I can't wait. Someday I'm going to talk to Doomcock. Someday I'm going to talk to Gary. Someday I will. They'll notice me at some point. I'll get their attention. They'll come see me. And we'll talk, and we'll rap, and we'll have a good time. And that's all I really want out of YouTube. To have conversations with these folks.
Yeah. I want 24. Can you share this quickly? Because Bruce just went full Lex Luthor, and I need to show the picture.
Sure. What's that? Yeah.
Full Lex Luthor.
Jesus Christ.
There we go.
Oh, wow. Bruce.
Wow, poor
I'm going to call you JJ
Bruce.
Lombardo at this point.
Poor Bruce.
He told me to share the picture. That's the one he ordered off of Amazon.
Oh, all right. Well, looking good. Unfortunately, I have to dip, guys. I got to get some food together, and then I've got a show to get on. But you guys, I had a lot of fun. I'll try to drop in when I'm not, doing real work from time to time. I always tell people if I'm available, I'm available. So
drop on for Babylon 5, or tomorrow we have Mikey Sutton on, I think, for We Got This Butter.
Oh, man. Tomorrow's the last. Yeah, tomorrow's the last day before I head to Vegas, so I have so much to try to wrap up and get ready. Yeah, I hear you. I won't forget about that if I happen to get near a giant box of posters, which it sounds like Gary doesn't have a whole lot of them, but I'll get to.
Tell him it's for Fat Steven in Canada.
All right, Fat Steven from Canada. Yeah,
he knows who I am.
No, I know who you are too, knucklehead. Anyway, all right, you guys have a great time again. Thanks
hey man, you take care, man. Hey, thank you for being here, man.
I deleted that sample, by the way. So I gotta get with all of you to get you on a Sunday show. You guys, it'll be a hoot and a half.
What you need
let me know. I'll be ready.
Culture, what you need to do is have 1 or 2 weekends a month where your original panel is not fucking there. It's you with whoever wants to come on. That's not, you know what I mean? You have to swap it out because that will bring in a new crowd, new eyes, and guess what? New discussion.
Well, no, hey, look, I'm all for it. I love bringing new people in, and not only that, I mean, I like to, when I do have a bigger channel on, I always like to bring people in. So that's a good plan. I like that, Steven. Anyway, I got to duck out, gentlemen. I hope you have a lovely night. Those of you in the chat, thanks for hanging out here. This is where you get real conversations that, people aren't talking over each other. They're able to interact with you in the chat. I mean, this is what I think YouTube, started out to be, and they diverted a long way away. Anyway, you guys have a great night.
I agree,
Hopefully see you later. Peace out. Love you.
All right, take it easy, man. Thank you, man.
And Bruce Lombardo, he's talking about jacuzzis and gun safes. I don't know if anyone, speaking of YouTube, ever saw the lockpick lawyer, but he's convinced me that no locks or safes matter.
Yeah, I'm subscribed to him.
He's convinced me it doesn't matter.
Awesome. Yeah.
Because he can break into your house. Like he has a scary power set. He's a lawyer who can break into any lock, on earth. That's not cool. It's cool, but it's not. I wouldn't want to fuck with him. That's all.
You know what?
Keep him on your good side.
We must have done good tonight because someone came in just to give us a dislike. So guess what? 24, we're making a difference.
Well, that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
Dislike, because dislikes are so rare.
No, they aren't. I have.
It's because I'm here.
You want? No, it's not. Do you want to hear a funny story?
Well, you're a troll.
No, I'm not a troll. For since March, okay, this is March now. Someone every month has been paying for a dislike bot on my channel. And what it does is it comes in and puts 7 dislikes on my stream or my video and gets wiped out within an hour. So this motherfucker since March has been wasting $10 to $15 a month to dislike bot my fucking channel. Add that up.
You have professional haters, sir. Congratulations.
I've made it somewhere. I've made it to the point where the school bullies have to pay to hate me. It's hilarious. I'm like, why don't you just give me the money in a super chat and tell me you hate me? Let me make some more money.
Wow.
Yeah. But honestly, the chat, I'll stand by this. The chat makes the show. The chat brings up, I love it. I can't say I love it enough. It's not the beer. It's literally, I love the conversations. And yeah, I got a little depressed earlier, a little fucking dark, but it's to understand the greatness of it, of the communication, you have to understand that there's the dark side, because it's just, you see that yin and yang just going at each other. I'm just like, fuck off for a minute. Just let us breathe. Nobody likes their neighbors.
Nobody likes their yin yang hanging out.
Mac especially, I'm going to say it straight. Makini has grown a lot, not only as an individual, but as an artist. He's taking chances on more stuff. He's becoming more of a colorist and even a gamer. And he's taken those chances. He's embracing the fact that he won't do great all the time, but he does the best he can and he improves the next time he does the next show. Same with Bruce. Look at all his fucking little miniatures he's painted. He doesn't start painting the miniatures perfection. He's learned over time through each miniature. Look how many he has fucking now. There's a part of his soul in each one of his miniatures, like Makini has a part of his soul in each time he puts his pen on the paper. Same thing with T-Shirt. Every time he does a show with Grim, and you can hear him drooling just a little bit, going, I can't believe I'm talking to Grim again. Yes, we see your butt plug.
That's not a butt plug.
I don't know what that is.
That's for Bruce. Still working. It's a work in progress, baby.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. Here. Where is it? Here, everyone. I don't know. Yeah, it's just a fucking. Yeah, man.
There you go.
I feel like
The nice thing about
I'm sorry.
I was going to say the nice thing about miniature painting is, for the most part, we don't really compete with each other, because everybody kind of recognizes with miniature painting that everybody has their own talent level, their own style, and their own skills. And all we try to do is kind of learn off of each other and get better overall, because miniature painting is the cool thing. It's like, it doesn't stop until you're ready to stop painting, because you can just paint a miniature forever and ever and ever and just keep adding shit to it until, you've got something that's unrecognizable from its original form. So that's the cool thing about that. And, I think Bruce probably agree with me on that, huh, Bruce?
Bruce, say something. No, just joking.
Say something, Bruce.
He said that looked very nice.
Yeah.
Well,
How do you think about that? It's 24. You've had a shit ton of people in here.
We've gone
Say it
almost
again?
2.5 We've gone almost 2.5 hours. You have most people you don't ever see
Yeah.
in the stream altogether, and I'm still waiting for payment on that thumbnail. I'm just
Oh
kidding.
well.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. It's fucking free. I offered. Come on.
He
man.
said that he said he absolutely agrees, and he said I have some eye issues and need my 7-inch magnifying glass.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
with you,
man.
man. I wear magnifiers myself. I mean, you can't get them tiny details without that. The sad thing is,
Yeah.
once you do get that kind of magnification, you really see where you messed up.
I don't have the patience. I could. You guys are saints for being able to do that. I don't have the hand steadiness or the eyesight or hand-eye coordination to pull off painting miniatures.
Shit,
And
well,
yeah, 24. Make sure you pay him for the thumbnail so he can pay me for the title of "We Got This Butter." So everything
I'm
works.
sorry. Yeah, I'm not paying you for that. You're welcome to pop on the show on a Wednesday, but that's not it. That's fine.
Oh, okay. So I see how it is. Again, those damn
That's right. You
Canadians.
know, that Canadian racism. I gotta own that.
Exactly. It is. He's like, hey, you non-white
get in
person,
the
you
kitchen
pay
and get me
me,
some special
but I'm not
recipe.
gonna pay you anything. Yeah, I lived in Michigan. I dealt with you Canadians before. Everyone's these guys are polite. I'm like, you guys haven't
We're
seen them in
polite.
their
We just
natural
tell you
habitat.
off behind your back.
I always thought Canadians were like super nice.
No, that's a myth. That's such a myth. It's a work.
Well, Script
Yeah,
Doctor's
just
real
as bad.
nice.
Uh-huh.
I don't know Script Doctor like that.
He's
I
cool.
just like I don't know Festival like that.
oh, that's fun.
I'm
So-
semi joking.
You do realize that he has like a picture of my face on his body pillow, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so both of them have a picture of my face on the body pillow.
Nah.
Minnesotans are super nice. Oh yeah, Minnesota.
Yeah, well, I think 2020 kind of disproved that a little bit. Even though a lot of those people were from Portland, but that's neither here nor there.
Mhm.
It's not in there. Michigan isn't Canada. Well, they come over from Canada, and I've been to Canada a lot. That's where the thoughts are. So yeah,
You're not
Oh,
in Michigan, are you?
no, not anymore. I'm from Detroit, and I lived in other parts of Michigan, and I used to
Oh,
cross
holy
over
shit.
to Canada.
Okay, I gotta
Yeah.
ask you, man. Is it okay? I've heard that Detroit, because of the steel and auto worker and all that stuff like that, collapsing. That there really are some badass neighborhoods in Detroit, and like
Man.
I was wondering, is it really as bad as like the Crow?
Well, see, you know what? At the time, I would have said no. Like when the Crow came out, it was a kind of over exaggeration. But man, the past 20 years, because even the area I live, which was a decent area where I grew up, I could ride my big wheel around. I knew people in the neighborhood, shit like that. It was Leeward the Beaver. Now it's just like completely fucked up. So like, seriously, boarded up house. It's like a stereotype. Just boarded up houses. And everything, like it's everything you thought of Detroit is what it's become. But at the same time, there's parts they're trying to clean up. So yes and no. How about that? Yes and no. There are definitely
So
areas.
So basically, the hood that went under, right?
Yes, because like I said, when I grew up, it was like it was cool. Like we could walk from one side of the city to the other, which was a stupid long walk and was dumb to do for like just health reasons, leg reasons.
I
But
love
like,
that, Bruce.
Man, listen, that's
Cleveland,
why-
we're not Detroit.
that's why I always like stick up for Detroit. Like I've been to Cleveland, I've been to New York. You guys aren't doing that much better.
Yeah, of course. I heard Gary, Indiana's worse anyway, and that's just right outside of Detroit.
That's more Chicago area.
Chicago.
Chicago. But I mean, it's all Midwest. But shit, San Francisco. Hey, I've never seen human shit on the ground. I lived in Detroit 20 years. Never saw human shit in the ground, San Francisco. So I can kiss my ass. I do not know Kid Rock or Eminem, but I almost met By 10 from Slum Village before he died. Rest in peace. Almost doesn't count though. I know.
Wow.
So yeah, everyone knows Detroit. I'm like all these other cities don't suck. I've been in some of y'all cities. Y'all cities suck too.
Oh, you need to come kick it in
Fuck.
Dallas one of these days or Austin.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get to Texas. Yeah, I've been out to Houston. My brother's out in the Houston area. I need to get back, and I may be back there in a couple months. Hopefully, we'll see if my health will stand up. I was supposed to be there a couple weeks ago, but like my legs are just killing me. But I'm doing okay now, so hopefully, if I can deal with all the damn travel bullshit that's going on. That's another depressing conversation for another day.
Yeah.
'Cause I think if there's any more of this streaming, I'm not sure how long we're going to go before wrapping up, but I probably got to get out here in a little bit. But if there's any more of this stream and this show in general, and the main reason I want to do this show and wanted to do this show is to not do every other show, like to not do the same. Hey, woke stuff bad,
Right.
bad woke
Well,
stuff. I
Exactly.
keep saying I don't want to be CNN. I don't want to be CNN with the blue hair land whale as my Trump. I refuse to let these SJWs
Ruin
live
everything.
rent free for even a day in my
Right.
head. You know what I mean? I like commenting on the news. We talked a little bit last week about the Kurtzman thing. I was thinking, and I hate to be a nightmare guy. I talk about depression. Man, y'all know Kathleen Kennedy's getting re-signed, right?
Yeah.
As long as everybody know that and is prepared for that, even if she wasn't going to be re-signed, there's no way she's passing up the potential money that she can make being re-signed.
No.
She's going to make a lot because the pay scale for people in that position has went off the roof. It's not just Hertzman or Schertzman or Schartzman, whatever you want to call them.
Sharksman works good.
Schartzman. It's a lot of these motherfuckers are making bank. We saw what fucking we didn't talk about it, but fucking South Park.
Look
They
at
got
that.
900.
Look at Kurtzman for a second though. Kurtzman only got 25 million, and Trey Parker and then got fucking 900. That's what he's thinking.
Yeah.
Like on
Well,
900
Kurtzman got
million.
150.
Yes.
He got 150. He was making 25,
Yeah.
and they upped it up to 150. But yeah, Trey Parker and them got 900. Man, say what you. Kathleen Kennedy sucks, but she's the third most profitable producer in Hollywood history. It goes Kevin Feige, Steven Spielberg, Kathleen Kennedy. She's
Right.
gonna make a shit ton of money from Disney. That's just the way it is, and it sucks. Hopefully, they just give her her own department and get her the fuck out of Lucasfilm. That's the best we can hope for. But she is going to be re-signed.
Yep.
So
I
if
just
you
find
care
it so
about that-
camera, like no, I don't, because that's it. Like that's all I'm seeing on my feed. It's just, I don't care.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really don't like the
I'll talk about the
prospect of
news.
sitting through what let's say her contract is like another 5 years. I really don't relish the idea of sitting through 5 fucking years of nonstop YouTubers just ragging on her for shit. I'm just kinda
Yeah.
like, you know what? I'm
neither.
done. I don't watch your shit anymore. I got the message already. I don't, keep it off my feed.
and that's where we, as the next generation, so to speak, we
Right.
have to make that pivot. In general, it's like we get it. We have to do the Doctor Strange thing. Let them have the time stone so we can win in the end. Let them have their victories. Let's not be foolish. A lot of these people are going to stick around, and they're going to keep fucking up these franchises. I don't care enough to be angry. Some people said, and rightfully so, they're tired of the comic book movie, and why wouldn't you be? Because you had a decade of every few months a new one. I'm
Right.
tired of the angry at woke
Attachment to
shit.
it. Yeah. They always try. Then this comic book movie comes out, and they're just shitting on it. I don't watch Star Wars. If I want to watch stupid Star Wars, I'll watch the Droids cartoon. I have the original trilogy. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. If something stupid comes up, sure. If it's being in a
It's
live
funny
panel
enough.
discussion, that's different. Satire, great. But I don't need to make I don't make 10-minute videos. I do 5-hour-long streams, which make out more than a 10-minute video.
Yeah.
But I'm not here to be famous or fucking
Right.
rich. It's paying for the little things, like a new chair, the game I can play next month. Like, that's mind-boggling in itself. Beer,
Yeah, you guys, the channel helped pay for a bunch of little shit, like green screens. This is my second green screen. I took the other one back, and all the other stuff that, like, man, this is just cool. I
They
get to
helped pay for my
expand and
chair.
do cooler stuff. I need
They
to get a
help
new
pay for my
chair.
I
Yeah,
got one
me
that was on
too.
sale from
I need
Amazon
a chair.
Warehouse. Here, hold on.
Oh,
I'll actually show
cool.
it to you guys.
Cool. I need a new chair back. I'm using a chair from like an old place I don't even work at. It's like 2 jobs ago. Just a chair.
But here, I'll share this quick thing. You guys can see it. Like, and it was on sale. It took some of the stuff, but like that's why I say thank you in the streams. They're like, hey, you guys helped pay for a new chair.
Yeah.
And
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's the chair I got.
Snazzy.
It was a $300 chair, and I got it for like $222 Canadian. So you're looking about maybe $195.
And that's got a footrest on it.
Oh man, yeah, snazzy chair. How is it as a chair?
It's comfortable, and it leans all the way back. You can actually sleep on it. Comes with a lumbar
You pay for
vibrator.
that shit?
Everything. 222 with tax Canadian. I got it from
That's
Is
not
that Canadian bucks?
I got it from the warehouse deals because they said the box was damaged, but the item inside wasn't. So they got money
Oh.
chopped off.
So basically, you can lean back and go to sleep in that motherfucker.
If I wanted to, yeah.
Yeah, multifunction. Then you didn't hire him for their spelling. Um,
I hired
Multifunction.
It holds 350
Multifunction.
pounds,
there you go.
and it works. But that's like
And,
I don't be able to afford this on my own.
Yeah, that's
I'd
dope
be-
because I need to get a new chair. And
I would abuse the
Ooh.
shit out of that massage pillow.
No comment.
Put
And
that
that, you
motherfucker in all kind of places, huh?
That's right, man. Get the most out of that money.
And
Oh,
marketing. Marketing's in the thing. Listen, cover what you want to cover. I still cover some of this stuff too. Like, you know what I mean? But I think the thing is don't be disingenuous. Don't be disingenuous. Don't cover stuff that you really aren't interested in. You know, if you're interested in the Activision stuff, you're interested in the High Guardian Spice. Even High Guardian Spice, that's kind of intriguing because
That's
how
a good
long that damn thing has been.
But that's a good point. Let's look at Asmongold for fuck's sakes. Not only does he do hours or a couple hours of game streaming live, he's even able to criticize shit going on with Blizzard and Final Fantasy and do all that shit and still do a live stream and not lose and not become, you know what I mean? Hateful content. Like we're at the point now where pop culture channels in general are on the cusp of being like the drama or makeup fucking communities on that goddamn YouTube. Everyone's at each other's throat to a certain degree. Everyone's trying to get the scoop first. Everyone's trying to get the best person on their channel all the time. And it's like, not everyone, you know, I'm saying this as a plural as a wide blanket. And when was it? Susan was having those things saying about how they were paying attention to drama and drama channels and all that shit. You have to realize that infighting between channels could be the next thing on the chopping block if they assume you're fucking crossing the line with their standards or their new moving of the goalpost. That's fucking crazy.
So, fuck Susan, but I shouldn't say that.
No thanks.
Vigilante Wayne said that not 24/7 Fusion Media penalized me, not 2-4. But I'll be honest. Outside like some of the obvious stuff, I have not kept up with even the infighting in the community, so to speak. I just kind of just watch videos and keep it moving.
Let's say the infighting is pretty much the stupid shit. It's when you can. I'm not gonna say it. You can tell where it is by the way people act or the way people don't act or it's the
you know what?
shit that goes on. That's what I'm saying. I watch a lot of other shit. Yeah, but I also look at it try to relate. Yeah, don't follow.
Because I end up watching a lot of you guys. Like I've watched a lot of 24/7. I lurk on a lot of his videos, but I try to at least toss a light. I watch a lot of other people's videos, and I watch stuff that has nothing to do with this
He
stuff.
doesn't watch
as well.
my shit. You notice that? He says I don't watch Fat Steven at all. Fuck that.
I didn't watch mine either.
I know this might get an awkward video. I know you have a busy life.
What do you want me to say? I mean, I'll check. Well, I'm not a. You know what it is? I'm not a Fortnite guy. I just.
I do
it's not my
other
thing.
things than this Fortnite, right? Like I do games.
It seems like every time I see your stream, it's like Fortnite every single time. I know that's not the case, but that's just what it's. When I'm at work, because that's like in the morning when I see it, it's like, oh, it's Fortnite again. I'm not gonna watch this. I'm sorry, man. It's just not my cup of tea. Just like a lot of people don't like watching me get killed on Streets of Rage 4 or Tetris.
I watched that
Excuse
the other day.
I want to play Streets of Rage 4 with you.
Oh,
Thank
yeah,
you.
you did mention that, and we have to play. I got to get better though, because I'm not playing enough. I have no time for anything.
Well, I'm not that
So
good
I'm
at
not-
it.
Nah, I got to get better.
You're not gonna get
Gotta
better
get
unless you
rid
play
of
with
Yeah,
other people.
I was watching Vigilante playing Street of Rage like 2 days ago, man, 2 or 3 days ago,
Yeah.
and I saw what happened on there. It was some good shit because I watched the whole thing. So,
Oh, thanks, man.
oh man, yeah,
I did too.
Thank you both.
That's why
Yeah,
I posted that gag
Yeah, I
up
did
on
see
your
that.
Twitter page, man.
With the
That was-
knife guy, man. There was a section. It's two things. One, when I'm live, like I get a little worse at games than I already am, and I'm not that good at it as is, so I don't have much place to go. I am playing a hard. It is on hard, but I don't really think that's the hardest setting. but like I lose a bit of my quality, and then I'm trying to talk, and I get extra shitty. It's like someone who's already shitty gets a little more shitty because they're streaming, and even shittier trying to have a conversation. Like I'm trying to do a Suicide Squad review while fighting people, and I'm just getting wrecked. REKT, wrecked.
That's any gaming stream though. It's like I have a hard time doing gaming streams with commentary because it's like I feel dumb because I feel like I'm talking to air half the time, but I'm still trying to do my game and I'm halfway distracted by looking over at the chat and stuff. And then of course there's times I forget to turn on my microphone and I go through an entire game session and nobody tells me my microphone's turned off.
How is it I can talk to the chat, play the game at the same time?
Good for you.
Well, Lottie fucking die. No, just joking. Makini, I am on not Switch. No, my lord. Steam. Goodness fucking gracious. Yes, Steam. Thank you.
I'm on Switch.
I'm trying to say Switch, Twitch, and then tween. I don't know what the fuck I'm trying to say. But obviously, fucking Steam. I'm on Steam. PC.
I'm actually going to do like a Typing of the Dead run here pretty soon because it's that game is so goddamn funny. Dude, you guys got to watch that. It's going to be funny.
I remember that shit from decades back. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that. Oh my! Like you got to have you got to have some typing skills to fuck with that game.
Yeah. Well, I got all the curse words put in, so that ought to be funny.
Yeah. And oh man. I do have a PS4, so I could always get that version. I'm not sure how expensive the game is, but I could get that version. But
if you buy it on Steam, you get Typing of the Dead, but you also get House of the Dead Overkill, so it's worth it.
I'm sorry, I was talking to marketing because he talked about Steam Streets of Rage. But you shouldn't be sorry. I'm the one who needs to be sorry because I'm the one making sense to no one but me and marketing. We're the only people who are in on this conversation. So
what conversation?
We're talking about Well, they're talking about Typing of the Dead. I'm talking about Streets of Rage, and you're playing a shooter. I don't even know what shooter you're playing. Is it Call of Duty Zombies?
Cold War, but this is the open world like Warzone, but it's only zombies. So that's your whole map. The new season starts tomorrow, so it's going to be fun.
Yeah, I've got a lot of new games I need to show. So.
Wait till Battlefield fucking comes out. That's going to be bread and butter.
Yeah, matter of fact, I got an emulator that I'm gonna fucking bust out here in a minute. So hopefully sometime over the weekend, you guys will get to check me play some shit, and I'm gonna be trying to whoop everything's ass. So yeah.
Hey, is anybody on the panel and in chat not going to play Back for Blood? I'm just curious because I'm gonna.
As a matter of fact, I was reading an article on that today, man. It's supposed to be the successor to Left 4 Dead. You know, actually, I'm gonna be trying to fuck with that, man. I love shit like that. I love Left 4 Dead 1 and 2. Back for Blood. Yeah, of course, man.
It has promise, but I'm iffy because I still have to do the Fortnite seasons. I know, yeah. But you have to think about the amount of people that make fun of Fortnite that don't play with us. There's Battlefield coming up, and Loki's gonna be playing that too, so I get to actually squad up with Loki.
I'm gonna be playing that with you.
I didn't know it's a cross-platform.
Should be Battlefield 2040, whatever.
I'm playing on PS4. Yeah.
Oh no, I'm talking about the new one that's coming up, the brand new one.
2042. Yes.
It's not out yet, is it?
No, it's not out. No, if you pre-order, you get the beta access in September. Which is what I'm waiting for the AdSense to come in because it's to be paying for the Elgato card as well as the game. And from there, I'll be able to stream through Streamlabs with the sound. Not have to worry about I fucking hate OBS. And from there, there's the COD seasons because the COD seasons are like 2 months, right? And I just love the zombies because everything. So Warzone, Cold War, Modern Warfare, all the games are interlinked, and you can earn all the experience for all your weapons and unlocks across all 3 games.
And I pre-ordered the remake Diablo 2 to play on Steam too.
And the Dead Space remakes coming.
Dead Space is going to be good.
Yeah.
See, look, we're talking about good stuff now.
It was plays
Positive.
Fortnite as well. Yeah, Bruce plays Fortnite. Mac and I got to play Fortnite. Fucking Will Gentry plays Fortnite. Jane Theory.
I play Fortnite now.
Fucking Purple Valkyries can play it. You play it rarely, but you play it. Yes. I have started a trend where a lot more people that thought it was just a 12-year-old's game realize that it's a lot more fun with friends. And it's become a blast for a lot of people. I'm not sure I take credit that I started something, but no, it's just that's where stuff. I lied. For some reason, I'm good at having a place where people don't have to worry about stupid shit.
Well, I'll be honest, okay? It's like I thought Fortnite was silly as shit. And you know, the kids are always talking about it, and the kids are always talking about it, and I'm always laughing about it. I'm like, yeah, whatever, man. It ain't a real shooter. And I teased him about it so much, and then I found out you were playing it, and I'm like, okay, fine. I'm gonna give this a try for the kids. And sure enough, you know, it's kind of fun. So, you know.
Yeah, suck it. Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey, you ever played a Vigilante?
I'm not really it's just I'm not a shooter guy in general. I don't.
Oh,
really,
okay.
you know,
You're a beat 'em up guy?
I play a little bit more of a beat 'em up fighters, retro games.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You're into
Oh,
RPGs and stuff like that?
I respect that big time.
Well, not like some modern RPGs, but more like the older style, like 90s JRPG type stuff, the Final Fantasies and shit like that. Suikoden and Wild Arms is stuff I got to get on my emulator. Nice. I really want to play them. I haven't played those in shit almost since I was a kid.
Man,
so I want to get back at that.
That surprised me the first time I played Wild Arms and found out that your main character is actually a robot. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Spoiler alert for that.
Thank you.
Like
hey, the game's been out for like 40 years or 30 years or something like that. If you don't know by now.
God damn it.
You know what they haven't remade yet is Shining Force, which I'm pissed off about. For Game Gear, they had Shining Force, as well as fucking Legend of Dragoon or Jade Dragon.
They're busy moving on that Yakuza franchise right now.
Yep.
Sega's got all their money coming in from. Which I'm not gonna dish on that because that's some fun shit. Okay. I just don't know if people would want to tune in and watch me go through a Yakuza runner. There's certain games that people I think just
Yakuza.
If they do it for Gundam, they'll do it for you.
If they what?
Gundam plays Yakuza.
No, they might do it. I don't know. I play all kinds of stuff, and I think people are bored watching it half the time. And I'm just like, oh man, I should probably play something that's a little bit more exciting.
No, play what makes you happy. Don't play what you think other people want to watch. That's when you're not being yourself. That's the main thing when you're making content. If you're making videos of shit that does not make you happy or passionate about it, why the fuck are you doing it? It's the whole fun thing about it. You're supposed to be fun, not supposed to be fake. You know what I mean? If you're not having fun, then it's fake. You're literally just doing it for the clicks. You're not doing it because it's part of you.
I'm not going to play a game on stream that I don't like. So.
But you know what I mean. It's the same pretense. Do what makes you happy, not what you think other people want. What others will make you happy. If people start liking what you're doing, they will come by more and give suggestions. That's how it works. I'm not.
I'd help if I did regular.
Well, I know we're getting to the 3-hour mark. I'm going to go ahead and start shutting it down. That way everybody can go on with the rest of their evenings, get something to drink, you know, do some other things. And but I wanted to say thank you to you, T-shirt historian.
Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, man, thank you for being here, man. Thank you to Vigilante and Steve. Because, you know, these guys are busy. They got a lot of shit on their plate. And they made time for this. And, you know, this show wouldn't be possible without them. So I wanted to thank them, too, for just, you know, giving us their time and their energy. And with that, I'm just going to go through the chat. Tell everybody, Bikini Draws. Hey, Bikini, thank you for being here. If anybody hasn't subscribed, please subscribe to Bruce Lombardo. Please subscribe to Bikini Draws. Who else we have in the chat?
Culture Casino. We had That Toxic Man Food. We had Pat S. We had Cold Era. We had a bunch of people. Zach's. Sorry.
No, you're good. No, I appreciate the help, man. Thank you, man. Just trying to make sure that I wanted to say thank you to Pat S. Thank you for being here, my brother. Thank you, Zax. Fuck, man. That Islington girl. Wanted to say thank you to Lady Miss, to Cold Era, Culture Casino, to you, T-shirt historian. And if there's anybody else in the chat that, for some reason, I didn't mention or overlooked, I didn't mean to. Just wanted to tell everybody thank you for being here. Thank you all for spending your time with us. You know, we want to thank everybody. And if you could, Vigilante, could you please plug in your channel? Let us know if you got anything coming up. That way we can keep up with you for the rest of the week.
Is he even here anymore?
I'm still here. Please sub. Thanks. Appreciate it. I love being on the show though. I appreciate being on the show. But I like I said, tomorrow I'm gonna be on Nick's channel. We're gonna talk about The Rock, which I actually have to rewatch somehow in the middle of the night. Then Wednesday, Culture Crime Fighters. And then Friday, more than likely, I'm going to be on Matt's channel again. Because this Wednesday, this episode of Culture Crime Fighters is going to be on Matt's channel. And Friday, I'm going to be on his channel again for the MF. But I'm trying to do like Thursday and Saturday regular solo streams. Because like the thing I like doing the most on YouTube is solo streams. And I've been not being able to do it. So I got to force myself to somehow get them done. Because it's only so many days in the week, so many hours in a day, and I have to work full time. So it's rough getting things done. It's really rough, but I'm still trying to get do as much as I can. So please check out my channel, check out this other stuff that I'm going to be on, and check us out next week. We're going to be back here next week to have this fun all over again. And I appreciate Culture coming on. I appreciate T-shirt coming on. I appreciate everybody in the chat. Thank you all. Thank you all.
Thank you. And what about you, Steve?
Hold on.
He's busy killing zombies.
Me?
What you got going on?
Tomorrow we got Comic Book Roundtable. Game streams in the morning. New season of fucking COD's coming, so we're going to blast the fuck out of that. Wednesday we got this Buttered. We're actually focusing on the DC film phases. Then, now, to become. I know Pop Culture Mike is going to join us, as well as Mikey Sutton from Geekosity, usually the scoop guy. Saturdays, we might do Chatterday evenings or Chatterday chill and just, grab a couple of beers or whatever you drink, and we'll just talk and share stories and shit. I just want it to be open forum, especially for members. Friday, always lunch table, gaming. Yeah, I'm fucking busy. I'm never not busy, but I'm everywhere and nowhere. Thank you. Y'all got this buttered. Yep.
All right. Appreciate that. What about you, T-shirt?
Well, tomorrow is going to be our finale in the morning of Dungeons and Discussion for this season. It's the season finale. And I got two really big guests. If you were ever into gaming books back in the 80s, all the way up to current day, because I've got Dave Morris and I got Jamie Thompson. Both of these guys used to work for Games Workshop back in the day. They worked for Fighting Fantasy Books. They've worked for all kinds of different things. Currently, they're doing stuff on Vulcanverse, which you do YouTube searching right now, you'll find out a lot of stuff about that. But I got both these guys, along with my dude Grim, and we got a major announcement also on the channel tomorrow. So that's a big, big deal for me. Also got an interview with Grim coming up about his new game that he's building, or that he's built. He's getting it funded. And other than that, doing streams with maybe with Fat Steven on Wednesday. Maybe so. I might show up there. And Pop Culture Minefield on Fridays. Sometimes I show up, sometimes I don't. I have a weird schedule. And of course, at the end of the week, you can catch me on Saturdays on The Week in Geek.
All right, I appreciate that. Thank you for letting us know. And with that, I know
Did he disappear?
CIA must have got him.
Damn you, culture.
Yeah, man, they must have really got him. So I guess I'm gonna have to speak for him, even though I can't actually end the stream. He has to end the stream.
Steven. Sub to Fat Steven. Sub to
Yeah, sub to Fat Steven, sub to T-shirt, sub to Culture, sub to me, and share so we can get 24 to 500 subs. Please share, because I don't know what we have to do to get those 5 subs. I already exhausted my burner account, so like please,
Burner.
please. Yeah, I've exhausted all my other accounts. Please give my man 24/7 Fusion Media a sub, and I'm sure you guys all are sub because you're here. And Lord knows the notifications wouldn't go out if you weren't sub, because they probably didn't come out even if you are sub. Because I know a lot of you guys are probably watching the playback in order to see this. But please share so we can get 24/7 Fusion Media over the hump to 500 subs.
And Vigilante, we got to talk after the show, man.
Yeah.
Did he lose
So
internet?
hopefully,
Yeah.
man, I don't know if he's gonna come back. I don't know what happened.
Maybe he had to go take a really wicked shit or something. And it was like sudden.
Nah, I think he got by the CIA for talking too much shit. Apparently, they're gonna. Hey, we're all gonna just disappear randomly, and no one's gonna know what happened.
Maybe so.
He's probably having some technical issues.
Yeah.
So
If
yeah.
YouTube is the only legacy I leave behind, then so be it. Someone will remember me. So, while I got you, Vigilante, do you even play any tabletop role-playing games? I guess not, huh?
No, that's so not my thing.
That's so
It's just
not
not.
your thing. Wow, have you ever
It's just
tried
not
it?
me. It's not my thing.
Have you tried it?
Stop trying to indoctrinate them into your cult.
It's
It's
my
not
cult
my
of
thing.
Dungeons and Dragons. We'd like to talk to you about Dungeons and Dragons.
It-
Do you have a few
It's
minutes?
just
Have you heard about the magical cult of Fireball? Why is it
okay. Now we have 2 24s, so
Oh,
the CIA let them
uh-oh.
escape.
Oh
They
man,
cloned them.
They cloned him.
yo, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but I'm gonna go ahead and end this, man. Yo, I've been talking, and all of a sudden, I just figured out that I was kind of talking to the abyss. So I was like, yo, what the fuck am I doing, man? So, all right. Oh shit. All right. Well,
Don't worry. We only said penis 49 times.
well, shit. But look, I want to tell everybody, thank y'all for being here. Man, we appreciate everybody that came on by, put their eyes on us, checked out the channel, shared out the stream. Thank you all for being here, and we'll be looking forward to catching up with y'all next Monday here with the Primetime Kings, and it's the Primetime Kings with the T-shirt historian. Wanted to say thank you all for being here. You all have a great evening. You guys take care. We love y'all. Y'all be safe.
Wait. Did you say T-shit historian?
No, dude.
I know. I'm fucking with you.
Yeah, I know. All right, man. Y'all take it easy. We love y'all, man. And we out.
Please T-shit later.
Yes, T-shirt later.
There you go. Peace.
And don't wipe with your
T-shirt all over
T-shirts. It's not
myself.
good.
I T-shirt all over your napkin.